starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello to you. And welcome in to another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here. I've been on vacation for the last weekend this week, so I'm just enjoying my time. But as you guys know, this is our channel. We go live when we want to. There is obviously a lot going on in Black culture, and so as you know, destinations don't wait on nobody, and there's a lot going on that we have to discuss. We're going to start off with my state of Arkansas and how they need to turn it blue. They need to drag Sarah Huckabee Sanders out. Trashby Sanders is her real name, her daddy's name. Plus a lot more stuff. So y'all, let's get to it because higher is waiting. Low is available, but either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me, everybody. Good afternoon to you all. Hopefully, all is well. So the second day of me being 32 years old, and happy birthday to all my August 10thers out there. August 10th, unite for sure. On the second day, we got this much going on. Let's get to it. I just house sweating. So, from Atlanta Black Star, I tuned her up. Arkansas trooper who body slammed, punched teen, then bragged about faces calls for investigation and firing. I'm gonna say that 2 more times. Body slammed, punched, and then bragged about it. Body slammed, punched, and then bragged about it. Okay. You know, there is a thing as street justice, right? You do realize, right? There's a thing as family as police, right? Okay. One thing I know about Arkansas, there was a campaign called the Spirit of Arkansas. How everybody rallies together. Don't you think Arkansas can't rise up and find out who this motherfucker is? In the words of Optimus Prime, roll out. Don't you ever think that? Let's get to it, y'all. Ain't no damn sense. An Arkansas state trooper who slammed an 18-year-old woman to the ground, punched her in the face during a traffic stop, is now facing public outcry and calls for investigation over his use of force. Prominent civil rights attorney Ben Crump is now representing the Osceola resident Melissa N. Hackett, who was pulled over for speeding by trooper Moses Arana on the night of August 1st. Dash cam of the incident in his use of force report revealed that Arana was at a gas station in Mahela, Arkansas, and saw Hackett's car speeding by with her hazard lights on, and then he followed her, clocking her traveling 71 in the 60 mile per hour zone. There is that face right there. When he approached Hackett's vehicle on the roadside, she told the officer she was trying to hurry home because she had a broken car window that was unsafe. Orlando said he observed Hackett not wearing a seatbelt and had a seated cold bottle Tito's vodka on the front passenger seat. Her license showed that she was under 21. She did not drink any alcohol, and he didn't notice a smell of alcohol or any signs that she was impaired. The officers used a force report obtained by NEA report in Northeast Arkansas outlet said Orlando initially wrote citations for speeding, not wearing a seatbelt, and possession of alcohol by a person under 21. He also told her that her driver's license was confiscated and that he gave her a temporary license. In the dash cam, VRN is seen handing her the tickets, rather, and advising her of upcoming court date. He says in a friendly tone, it's time to slow down, okay? A few moments later, he handed Hackett a form to sign acknowledging the receipts. To sign acknowledging receipt of the tickets on clipboard. Then he tells her, sounding perturbed, "You trying to go to jail, aren't you? If I wanted to go to jail, I would not have stopped." After walking back to his patrol car, I called another trooper who told him that he had stopped Hackett, a black chick, for speeding several days earlier, found an open container of alcohol in her car. The other trooper said he had let her dispose of the alcohol and issued her a verbal warning. And told the other officer that Hackett had thrown the clipboard at him while he was laying on the front passenger side window talking to her. That, coupled with the recent murder of his being alcohol possession, he had now made him decide to write her up for everything in a restaurant. Reno tacked on 2 more tickets for improper use of hazard lights and for improper display of a license plate, and called for a tow truck to impound the car, then ordered Hackett to get out of her car and put her hands on the trunk, which she did. Now, I'm about to show the video. I am showcasing this video for the purposes, and the understanding of this is a real story. All the Arkansas outlets are covering it. I'm sure if this was a white person, they would be let go. Okay. Like I said, Sarah Trashaby racist Sanders, along with her daddy, along with Sarah Trashaby racist Sanders and her administration in the House and the Senate, those racists down there. Yes, there's still a triple K, chapter in Arkansas. Boogie 298 lives by one. He doesn't live by it, but his town has a chapter. Yeah, we got real shit to talk about. Let's go. Trigger warning, everybody.
What am I doing? Oh no! Oh my God, this is illegal!
Turn around!
This is illegal!
Turn around! Turn around!
You cannot watch me!
Turn around!
I need to call my mama!
Turn around! Place your hands on your trunk. Place your hands, yep.
181.
Keep your hands on your trunk, but take like 2 steps towards me. Yeah, let me get your left hand real quick. Get your left hand real quick. Do not resist. Do not resist.
I need to call my mama.
No, stop.
What am I doing? Oh no!
Stop.
Oh my God, this is illegal!
One
I need to
resisting.
call my mama.
I don't give a fuck. Turn
I
around.
didn't even do
Turn
shit.
around.
This is illegal!
Turn around. Turn around.
You cannot watch me!
Turn around.
I need to call my mama!
Turn around. I'll punch you again if you don't fucking turn around.
I didn't even do nothing.
Turn around.
Can I call my mama?
No, we're past
No,
that.
you just punched me in my head. No, okay.
Put your hand.
You close down.
Oh,
I'm good. Just waiting to take her in custody.
I can't believe it. Oh my God.
Keep her hands there.
Oh,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Face.
Somebody call my mama. Help
Turn
me.
around. The fuck is your problem? Turn around.
My mama.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No. Oh, my mama.
You acting like a real child.
You just
Shut up.
punched me in my face.
Why do you think? Because you were resisting?
No, I was not.
You weren't resisting?
No, I literally did everything you told me to do.
Yeah, we'll see.
Somebody call my mama. Call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Mama.
so as you saw, no officer is supposed to do that. Now, Officer Tatum, and I'm gonna say this on the big screen, all right? Officer Tatum believes in being up black people. I'm saying that allegation. He ain't gonna do shit. Coon Icket TV will be clapping today that happened. Oh yeah, those two Negroes ain't gonna do shit to me. Oh, I'm making those allegations today. I don't care. Because Coon Icket TV wants to say, oh, we shouldn't judge those white boys. But in a moment, I'm going to show you from Hype Plus a piece of the new interview with Race Bay and Tatum and what they had to say, right? The reason why I said Officer Tatum would be clapping up to that officer is because remember that clip I showed you where a police officer said, and I quote, we only delete black people. Officer Tatum probably subscribes to that philosophy. I can't hear nobody. Like I said, whoever procreate with Coon Icket TV, make sure you get tested. Make sure those kids have actual men in their lives, because that is a whole social disease walking. Coon Icket TV. Also, Race Bay and Tatum is a social disease walking. A socially transmitted disease, STD. Both of them. Okay? Let's move on. If what I'm saying ain't true, don't respond. But if you do respond, it must be true to some damn degree. And y'all, I know what y'all gonna say, Brad, you doing too much. No, I'm not. It took Emmanuel Kun with E to have Race Bay Tatum say, I'm gonna stop going after the mom and dad. Why can't you just have decency, honor, and integrity without somebody telling you what the fuck to do? But this is the same motherfucker that said he wouldn't cry if his son passed away. That's what he said. That's what he said. Don't get mad at me. And Coon Icket TV's upset that black people have a difference of opinion than him. Son, you can't be. You got 222,000 subscribers, and you upset with somebody else having an opinion. And you try and be a hood oceanology expert. Get the fuck out of here. Moving on. And everything I said is alleged. Okay? All right? I was going to make those allegations. Okay? I know exactly what I'm doing. Here we go. As he grabbed her left wrist to place her in handcuffs, Hackett, who was wearing shorts and a t-shirt, said, "Sir, what did I do? I didn't even do nothing." "Don't resist," Ariel replied while trying to get her left wrist into the cuff. "I need to call my mom," Hackett said, sounding distressed. The officer then grabbed Hackett under the armpit, spun around, slamming her face to the ground. Hackett seemed stunned and protested that she didn't do anything illegal and asked again for her. "I don't give a fuck, turn around," Ariel told Hackett, who was now on her back. Then a few seconds later, he punched her right in the jaw. "You can't punch me in the face," Hackett complained. Said who? But if you punch an officer, right, you do go to jail, correct? So nobody can punch you in the face, but you can punch somebody else in the face. But yet, to serve, protect, and defend That's what y'all supposed to do. Y'all remember your history, slavery, right? During slavery times, it was slave patrol. Okay, know your history. And he was allowed to punch her for resisting and warned he would do it again if she didn't turn around. I literally did everything you told me to, Hackett said, crying. Ariana's report said after giving Hackett multiple commands to roll over without compliance, he delivered a one close fist strike to the left side of her face to gain compliance. He also said he drew his taser point the laser at her belt line, but didn't fire it. When Hackett saw the laser, she rolled over and placed her hands behind her back, the report said. After he stood up and pinned her to the front of his car, Hackett was sobbing and yelling at the motorist to call her mother and help her. You're acting like a real child. She acted like a real child, but yet you punched her in the face. So if somebody happens to find you today and whoops your ass, you deserve a GoFundMe today? Is that what we doing? Okay, all right. Okay. Because she can't have her story be out. Okay, all right. See, there's a reason why we're in 2026. And there's a reason why we have technology. Thank God for dash cams. Thank God for body cams. I got today. Shep Oriel said, adding a few minutes later, adding, you turn nothing into something. Okay, Giles said no one ever. Placed in the backseat of his patrol car, Hackett told the officer that her leg hurt from being thrown to the ground and that what he did was not fair. I do not weigh more than 90 pounds. Hackett said, you didn't have to do that. You punched me in my face. I'm a female. She continued sobbing, begging him to let her call my mama. After I retrieved her phone from a car and got back in the patrol car, Hackett yelled, Siri, call my mommy. Ariel then said he would start off her phone. A tow truck operator came and took Hackett's car away, seemingly prompted her to stomp her feet on the door of the police car. An ambulance and emergency medical technicians arrived. Hackett told him that her mouth hurt where she'd been punched, that she wore braces. EMT shined a light in her mouth and said her wires were intact. He also said he didn't see any visible injury to her mouth or legs. A few minutes later, the dash cam video recorded Trooper Oriel telling us that the officer arrived on the scene that Hackett tried to away from her. So I hip tossed her. This she was still resistant. I tried trying to turn around, so I tuned her up. I gave her plenty of chances. Ariel says she kept trying to tell me, alligator. I punched her once on the left side of her face. I pulled my taser. She saw the laser and finally complied. Hackett was then transported to the Mississippi County Detention Center, booked with 5 misdemeanor charges, including refusal to submit arrest. Crump, her attorneys, called on Arkansas State Police to open a use of force investigation, though through its Office of Professional Standards, and making the findings public, and to release any of Iran's prior use of force arrests. This trooper slammed the 18-year-old girl to the ground, punched her in the face. Crump said in a statement he rolled it down himself, closed fist, because she would not roll into her stomach. Lisa asked him what had she done. The video shows what she got for asking. Arkansas State Police have to explain how the public how that is a reasonable response to a teenager at a traffic stop. If you can't handle a teenage girl without taking her to the ground, cursing at her and punching her in the face, you should not be wearing a badge. The dash cam has since gone viral this week, drawing criticism from human rights advocates and the general public, while local organizers in Arkansas are calling for Ariel's termination. Okay, so there are some Arkansans standing up. That's good. That's good. Turn the fucking state blue in the midterms. Get that fucking bitch out. Yeah, the same bitch that got kicked out of a whole restaurant when she was the press secretary, and she got kicked out of a local restaurant in Arkansas. When you get kicked out of a restaurant when you have a national position and a local position, you should just never do politics again. Sincere. Sarah Trashby Sanders got made fun of by a man dressing up in drag. Sarah Trashby Sanders got booed at a Razorback game. You know how hard it is to get booed at a Razorback game? You repeatedly asked for help and to call her mother. Observed civil rights attorney Lee Merritt on Facebook. Lisa is a daughter. She's a young woman. She is a human being. Too many times we have watched routine traffic stops involving young Black people in the excessive and unnecessary force or worse with lives taken. No one should have to fear being physically assaulted, harmed, or stripped during a traffic stop. Encounters with law enforcement must be grounded in professionalism, restraint, and respect for human life. This should never happen. Lisa Hackett deserves justice and full accountability from the Arkansas State Police. The Arkansas Department of Public Safety did not immediately respond to requests for comment about the incident from Atlanta West. Of course they haven't, because they're waiting for the racist governor to give a statement. Of course, that's what's happening. Let's continue on. NEA report, Ben Crump retained by Lisa Hackett hours after federal lawsuit filed. I already showed the video. I'm not going to show it again. Here it is. Here, Jonesboro, Arkansas, national civil rights attorney Ben Crump has been retained by Lisa Hackett, the 18-year-old woman shown being taken to the ground and punched in the face by an Arkansas State trooper during August 1st traffic stop near Manila. The announcement came hours after attorney Luther Sutter filed a federal civil rights lawsuit Monday morning on Hackett's behalf of the Jonesboro Division of the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Arkansas. The case is Hackett versus number 326CV00230. Stir told the NEA report that Hackett sent him a letter Monday afternoon terminating his representation, notifying him that she had retained Crump. I wish them luck, and she is entitled to the lawyer of her choice, said. Crump's law firm announced the new representation Monday afternoon. Crump is calling Arkansas State Police to open a use of force investigation through his Office of Professional Standards, making the findings public, and release any previous use of force reports involving Trooper Maurice's. This trooper slammed an 18-year-old girl to the ground, punched her in the face. Crump said he rolled down himself a closed fist that she would not roll onto her stomach. Crump said Arkansas State Police must explain how the trooper's response was reasonable during a traffic stop involving a teenager. ASP spokesperson, Arkansas State Police spokesperson Cindy Murphy told the NEA report on Monday that thus far no records were available pertaining to any actions taken toward the trooper. We do not confirm Office of Professional Standards investigations until and unless an OPS review results in the suspension or termination of an employee, Murphy wrote in response to a FOIA request. Lawsuit alleges excessive force in retaliation. The lawsuit filed Monday names Moreno in his individual capacity and alleges violations of Hackett's First and Fourth Amendment rights under 42 U.S.C. 1983. The first count accuses Moreno of using excessive force when he took Hackett to the ground and punched her in the face. The second count alleges First Amendment retaliation, arguing that Moreno used force because Hackett questioned the reason for the stop and criticized his actions. The complaint alleges Hackett's questions and criticism constituted protected speech. It claims the punch was punitive retaliation for what the trooper perceived as Hackett's poor attitude or refusal to submit questioningly to his authority. The difference here was Ms. Hackett's speech. The complaint states. The filing also argues that Moreno is not entitled to qualified immunity, legal doctrine that can shield government officials from personal liability in civil lawsuits. Hackett's complaints argues that clearly established law prohibited use of gratuitous or punitive force against a non-violent, non-fleeing person who did not pose an immediate threat. It further argues that no reasonable officer could have believed he was the one for question or criticizing him. Hackett is seeking compensatory and punitive damages, attorney's fees, expert fees, expenses, court costs, and interest. She also has requested a jury trial. The complaint does not name the Arkansas State Police or the state of Arkansas as defendants, though it should. Stop and arrest captured on video. Moreno stopped reporting Hackett after clocking her traveling 71 miles per hour and 60 mile per hour zone. Hackett reportedly told the trooper that her vehicle window was broken. She was attempting to get home. According to Moreno's report, he initially intended to issue citations but changed course after speaking with another trooper and stopped Hackett several days later and allegedly found an open container vehicle. Moreno wrote that Hackett became argumentative, threw a clipboard at him, and resisted when he attempted to place her in handcuffs. The trooper's use of force report states that he took Hackett to the ground, delivered a closed fist strike to the left side of her face after she refused to roll into her stomach. Then he drew his taser, activated its laser without firing it, according to the report. Dash cam video obtained and first report by NEA report shows Hackett crying out for help, asking to call her mother rather. She tells Reno that he cannot punch her. The trooper responds with profanity and warns that he will strike her again if she does not turn around. Mississippi County jail records show that Hackett was booked at 12:51 a.m. on August 2nd on charges of improper display of tax, violating a restriction on vehicle lamps, failure to wear a seatbelt, purchase or possession of alcohol by a minor, and refusal to submit arrest. Those criminal charges remain pending when Crump announced that he had been retained. All suspects are presumed innocent until proven guilty in court of law. I want to read that 2 more times for Coon Icket TV. All suspects presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. All suspects are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So all suspects, including those white boys and Barks, are innocent until proven guilty in court of law. So until they're cleared, they're still a suspect, son. And all civil allegations remain unproven unless established through the legal process. So that is going on in my home state. I don't condone it. I'm not here for it. And fuck Arkansas right now. I love my state, but sometimes y'all get on my everlasting fucking nerves. How dare y'all? But God forbid, if Sarah Trash B. Sanders got punched in the face, everybody will be in an uproar over it. Not saying that she deserves to be punched in the face. But we all know it's different for us. Let's quit playing about this shit. Okay? All right. Moving on. Now, told you about Nolan Wells. I want you to listen to this. Shout out to Fight Club Plus News. Here we go.
Reporting live from Hypers Club for Hype Plus News, I'm John Opp.
Why would we call Cito if we have a dead body on the boat?
No matter how long it takes, people do not appear to be quietly accepting that a black teen can go missing and be found washed ashore 2 days later on an island he was last seen with friends. On Monday late afternoon, online personality Brandon Tatum would release another follow-up interview series surrounding the case of Nolan Wells. And this time it would feature 2 friends from the viral photo of Wells enjoying Horn Island, Mississippi before his assumed death hours later. Jax Vitalo, Morgan Seymour, Warren Hudson would sit down with Tatum and their newly appointed attorney, Edward Palcic, together for the first time to respond to claims that they were involved in Nolan's mysterious death.
Right? Here's the most important thing, right? We don't know how Nolan Wells died. No one here is saying we know. But what we do know is Morgan, Jax, and Warren had nothing whatsoever to do with Nolan Wells' death.
Hang on. I'm going to play that 2 more times. Here we go.
In Nolan's mysterious death.
Right? And here's the most important thing, right? We don't know how Nolan Wells died. No one here is saying we know. But what we do know is Morgan, Jax, and Warren had nothing whatsoever to do with Nolan Wells' death.
One more time.
We don't know how Nolan Wells died. No one here is saying we know. But what we do know is Morgan, Jax, and Warren had nothing whatsoever to do with Nolan Wells' death.
Now, I haven't heard of any of those boys being arrested, correct? I haven't heard that. You haven't heard that. We haven't heard that. So that lawyer does not know if those boys are going to be guilty or not. So, yes, it's true. We don't know what happened. But we also know, in the words of Coon Icket TV, who is a flip-flopping coon, okay, everybody on Horn Island is a suspect, including them, embarked. So that was a fucking lie. Let's keep going.
Now, in the nearly 30-minute conversation, they would express what life has been like for them after being wrapped in headlines and accusations, while addressing factors of race being connected and directly stating that they did not have anything to do with Wells' death.
So, first off, I wish that none of this would ever happen. I wish Nolan could still be here with us today. And I wish that, like I said, none of this would ever happen. Like, I wish that all this could be erased and Nolan could be here tomorrow. I mean, that's more than anything. But other than that, I feel like his mom blasting.
You know what but means? But means you negated everything you just said. Let's keep going.
us on social media from the get-go, saying
blasting y'all on social media, but yet y'all were out there with Nolan. That was a picture that y'all took. So, like, how is that blasting y'all? Y'all literally, hey guys, get in here. Okay, everybody in, all right, and click. Bruh, shut the fuck up. Let's keep going.
or anything. But other than that, I feel like his mom blasting us on social media from the get-go, saying that he was out there with Warren and another guy.
Why can't you say the other guy's name? And Warren was out there. Another guy was out there. You're upset with a mom telling the truth that y'all were out there. That's a fact. You gonna be upset with the police? With them saying y'all were out there too? Like, come on.
That's where it first started to take off. And then also the fact that she posted a picture of me and Morgan and another guy and Nolan on the boat together, blasting that out there, pushing this narrative.
I wish it wouldn't have been reported as some type of race thing. I think it's really bad that like people are pushing the narrative, oh, this is a race thing. Well, obviously it's not. I mean, this is like a brother to us. I mean, Nolan's no different than anyone else in our group. And
my friend, you are good. Cece, you're good. You are good. You are good. Here's the blessing of our relationship and my subscribers' relationship with me and, me with y'all. We are real human beings that need time to relax, relate, and release. That's number one. Number two, regardless if anybody shows up or not, I'm always going to be about the assignment. And number three, the relationship, the friendship, or whatever ship you want to have with me, it's not determined by the amount of likes, the shares, the subscribes. All that is important. But it's the fact of, are you lifting me up and am I lifting you up? Are we showing respect to each other? And do I love you out loud and behind the scenes? And is it vice versa? That's it. That's it. I'm blessed to have the platform. I'm blessed that we are where we are and, people are watching. But I'm always going to be for people. So you're good with me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. We are live on tour talking about a lot of things. Yes, indeed, for sure. We're talking about a lot of things going on in Black culture right now. I just got done talking about Arkansas State policeman punching a Black girl in the face. I'm sure Coon Icket TV will make a celebratory video on that later on today. Being facetious, of course, but he is saying we shouldn't judge these white boys. But then he said that Race Bane Tatum held back video of other people that he recorded, and he didn't want to dox him, this, that, and third. And so, he said, I really need somebody to clip this. Y'all, please clip this. But yet you said that we shouldn't judge these white boys, but yet now you're saying about Horn Island is a witness. That means everybody's a suspect. So what is wrong with you? Huh? So yeah, I can make that insinuation that Coon Icket TV will be celebrating that 18-year-old Black girl got punched in the face. Yeah, I can make that accusation based on how he's moving with this Nolan Wells case. And if what I'm saying ain't true, don't respond to me. Because we have actual content over here. Always have, always will. I'm more of a content creator than Coon Icket TV and Race Bane Tatum. Because I don't just post something up there. I don't just post a photo. I don't just post a Google search result. No, I break it down. I give you the origination of the source. I tell you what the source says. Then I give interpretation. I swear to God. I swear, just because you have a lot of subscribers doesn't mean you have it all up here, ladies. Let's keep going. I can't. Here we go.
I just wish this wasn't pushed on the media as, oh, this is a bunch of white guys that killed a black guy, or this is, you know, like in the beginning it was like 4 guys went to a stranded island and dumped Nolan at the island and just left him there. Like even from the beginning, it was just like this thing, and no one had facts, and they were just pushing this horrible narrative, all lies about everyone, and it's sick. So I wish that would have.
Let me explain to you my resume. I was on Nickelodeon, the kids network. Okay, I was on ABCNews.com during 47 Hillary Clinton. Okay, I was at Kent State, and they were taping some stuff, and I got to be a part of that online coverage. I called into the Steve Harvey Morning Show. 7.5 million people heard me ask Steve Harvey a question about interviewing him on my radio show, Dr. B's Crib Almost Live. I said goodbye to Mary on WeTV. I was on with Carlos Watson after Joe Biden got elected. I was a part of the inauguration after show. I was on iHeartMe at the age of 26 years old. I broke out the Never Ever Mets on YouTube. I broke out Hard Hustle Houston on YouTube. I was ahead of NBC News and the Today Show about the Versant spinoff. Don't play with me. I told y'all to keep up to date with that Warner Bros. Discovery mishpuka of a whole motherfucker. And now guess what? There is a report now that Paramount might pull out of Hollywood by October 1st of next year. But y'all so concerned about Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all don't recognize that Paramount bought Warner Bros. Discovery. Let me show you the state of black media real quick for all of you who just need to be checked real quick. Let me just do that for y'all, okay? Here it is right here. Disney has no black network. NBC Universal, no black network, but black people watch Bravo. Warner Bros. Discovery, Oprah Winfrey Network. Fox has Fox Soul. Next Star Media Group Incorporated has no black network. Paramount has BET, not to negate Bounce TV from Scripps Television, the Aspire Network from Magic Johnson, 365 Black from Free TV Networks, right? And what did I say, y'all? You can't have 2 black networks, can you? You can't have 2 black networks, can you? You can't have 2 black networks, can you? BET Plus is no longer around, you fucks. It has folded into Paramount Plus. So why y'all so concerned about a fucking show? You need to be concerned about the platform broadcasting the show. But oh no. No. It should matter more about an entity coming from a platform than the platform that's broadcasting the entity. That's y'all logic, right? Right? Okay, cool. Y'all got it. I was talking to a friend yesterday. I said, do you think when I get in the media game that I'm changing up being a media commentator? Fuck no! Is Variety, The Wrap, Deadline, The Hollywood Reporter, are they going to shut down talking about Hollywood? Fuck no! So if they ain't going to shut down, why do you think I'm going to shut down talking about media? Do you think that Nate Burleson and Gayle King can cover these stories that I'm covering right now on CBS Mornings? No, the fuck they cannot. I always told y'all, if you understand the moves that are happening around you, you understand what you're seeing in front of you. Y'all so concerned about the show that's in front of you that you're not worried about the business behind you that's making the show in front of you. But y'all got it. Calm down, friend. One day they will understand where you're coming from. I know. And y'all, it's all passion. If y'all really think that I don't like this, that, and the third, guess what? Everybody's got the right to not like what they don't want to like. But what you can't, you won't, you never will hear anybody say is that Brandon Lee ain't for people. That Brandon Lee ain't for good men and good women and good children trying to do right. You ain't never going to hear me try to down somebody trying to get it right as an entrepreneur. I can't tell you how many black entrepreneurs we've talked about on this show. Too many to count. I can't tell you how many opportunities I've told y'all about. I can't tell you how many times I've done a solo destination just to break something down. Because y'all know I go live at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m., sometimes 8:30. I'll go live when I want to. Because I want to, not because I have to. I know it's difficult to understand somebody can have this much range and be this real. But you better hope that you have helpers like me still moving about the world. Because one day, the helpers you judging, you're going to need those helpers' help to make sure your voice is heard. Let's get back to it. Oh, okay. Let's keep going. Love you, CC.
Have been completely different. I'm glad I called the Coast Guard. I'm glad I made the first contact within all of this. I'm glad I was the first one that called Christine Wells that night and told her that we haven't heard from her son.
Now, when it comes to people upset with black people in particular, making things like this about race, it would not be a fair stance given the history and current examples of black people being treated a certain way because of their race. Sometimes the non-oppressed will not share the same eyes as the oppressed. Now, ironically, in this same interview, we would catch a moment that contradicts claims that race is not connected into this story. When Tatum would reveal that the friend's other black friend would be denied service at a store due to his connection to the case, in which Tatum would then ask if the friends too have been shut down by stores, in which they would admit no.
Like they took, this is the definition of anti-racism. I mean, that we did not look at Nolan any different than I looked at him, or even you. You know, this is literally our brother. I mean, like we stated, we did not treat him any different. We didn't treat Trayson any different. We don't treat Trayson any different. And they just flipped it. And I just think that is so wild that they're pushing this thing that they're saying, oh, they want to end racism and all this stuff. Well, they're the one pushing it.
Because I heard that Trayson, he went to a corner store and they told him his money is not good there. They wouldn't even let him buy Gatorade.
Yeah.
Are you experiencing things like that or something totally different?
Right. I wouldn't say like that. I think I haven't been denied, anything, but like Trayson, it's hard to hear from a good friend of mine that he's getting denied a Gatorade and a Red Bull before work.
So if treatment in the aftermath is different from theirs, then what other factors could it be? Now, just before this full moment would be released, a clip would be shared via TMZ, specifically highlighting the moment when the boys would directly address the now infamous Cito call and not killing Wells. For many, Patalo's response would stand out given his detailed denial.
What is your thoughts on that phone call to Cito? Some people have gone out and done enhancements to the audio, and in doing that, created a transcript manually. It doesn't appear that the transcript was derived from an automated system or have any, in my opinion, real integrity with it. So what do you guys think about that audio?
Well, I can go ahead and say that as you posted that clip of all of us on the boat, as it's rolling, not rolling, but right there sitting in the water, Wyatt's on the phone with Cito in that clip. I mean, he's on the phone. Wouldn't you think that you would have seen Nolan on the bottom on the floor or something? Or scrambling around, or everybody in a pot, like in a small space on the boat looking at him or something. I mean, it's just so crazy to think that, why would we call Cito if we have a dead body on the boat? I mean, why would we call the Coast Guard? You know, why would we do the things we did if we know we killed somebody?
Now, in response to this new break of silence, many Black online users would respond to the interview, with many sharing their lack of trust to the men's body language, answers, and decision to only be interviewed with Tatum, which for some shows their desperation to clear their names. To note, the investigation is considered ongoing, and neither one of them have been labeled a suspect by local authorities.
Hey, quick question. Who said anything about dumping his body on the island? When was that ever brought up? Why are they doing these podcasts? Like, what? Are you sure that the mom is a judge, or are you sure they have lawyers retained? Why are they doing these podcasts? Because if I'm your legal counsel, at no point would I be telling you that it is a good idea to talk about anything. Because there are literally cases being built right now. Anything they say, it can go into. Why are they doing these podcasts? Someone is clearly encouraging them to do this, and for whatever reason, it's not good. But this lets me know a couple of things. For one, these boys are definitely fighting this case in the court of public opinion already. The more public they can make it, the more times they can go out there and tell any story, the more times they can frame it as if they are just these 4 innocent little boys that went out with their one friend and they just don't know what went on. And the fact that people are trying to make this an issue is just, it's so terrible. It's so evil. They're fighting this case in the court of public opinion right now. It's so they can get ahead of any jury. I've said this before. This is what they're doing. They're trying to get ahead of juries. They're trying to get ahead of the selection that will take place. They're trying to get ahead of all of the stories that will be told when a trial comes and they have to pick a jury and people have their opinions. They're trying to get this out there already.
Now, let me pause it here for a minute. Cece, like I said, I love you. And I know you told me to calm down because you know my passion. And you know my soul for people. My passion for the truth, my soul for people, but most of all, the methodology and the ideology that we all can be something to somebody. So I love you, thank you, and value for that. Just want to breathe for a minute and say that. We also have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that they could move this to a jurisdiction that has an all-white jury. Everybody remembers the old trade trial, right? I remember watching OJ Made in America. Great documentary. Yeah, I watched it. There was a black woman that said that she based her vote of OJ not being guilty to get back at the Los Angeles Police Department over Rodney King. And you know what she said that was so telling to me? She said, that first time we did it for you. This time, you're on your own. Carmelo Anthony's case was moved to another jurisdiction. You gotta think about that too, y'all. They can move this to another jurisdiction, have an all-white jury, and have a non-guilty verdict. A not guilty verdict, rather. You gotta think about all the parameters. Let's keep going, y'all.
This also tells me they weren't Nolan's real friend. They weren't. They absolutely were not friends with that young man. And I don't care how many different times they say they were, their behavior screams otherwise. They know what happened to him. They know. And that's why other stories keep changing, or they're volunteering details that nobody asked for. Because like I said, who brought up dumping Nolan's body on the island? Who said that?
Them boys are talking again, and what they said was that they don't like how people turn this into a race issue, and that they made it into a narrative. They talking about us, about how it was about race, and that this was the most non-racist thing, the most anti-racist thing, meaning that them having a black friend in their group, a friend that they claim to have not treated any different than any of the other people in their groups, as well as Tristan, the only other black kid in their friend group, is the most anti-racist thing. I want them to understand that being friends with a black person does not make you non-racist. I need them and other people like them to understand that talking about the factor of race, the aspect of race, whether or not race was a determining factor in a situation where somebody is now dead in a group of people who don't look like them, is not racism.
Correct.
It's not anti-white. It is based on a repetitive history of behavior and pattern recognition. It is coming from a survivor mentality of having to survive narcissistic abuse that is historically documented, that happens when a certain group of people take a certain individual that has melanated skin by themselves, and that person does not come back alive, and the rest of them do. I need them to understand it, to be really real, because we know better. We know that when you're that one black friend in the group, you get made fun of, you get the jokes, and they laugh it off. The racism is casual. The racism is in jokes. It's dressed up as poking fun. But we love you, bro. We're just kidding, bro. Oh, you know you're my homie. You're my bro. I need y'all to understand something. Just because they were friends does not make them any less anti-black or racist. And I know they don't understand that, because I know that they support what they support, they believe what they believe, and they think that it's black folk that are pushing racism at the same time saying we want racism to end. No, Buki. Us talking about race is not pushing racism. Us bringing racial determining factors to the forefront of a conversation and how race has operated within the systems of this city, of this town, of this state, of this nation is not racism.
When you are professing your innocence and you are passionately talking about your alibis and talking about how you would never do this and strongly advocating for you did not do this, that is not in and of itself proof of innocence. We can think about many, many cases where people have advocated and said like they did not do anything. I think about Rafael Palmeiro, who was testifying in front of Congress during the steroid trials for baseball, holding up its finger and saying, I have never used steroids. Then it turns out he did test positive and negatively ruined his legacy. Also, Lance Armstrong, maybe the most passionate defender of his own truth, of his own innocence. Turns out he was actually cheating and lying the whole time. So these boys saying like, don't you think that if we had done something, we wouldn't have done this? It just reeks of like not understanding that just because you are passionately trying to convince me of something does not mean that it's not true. And it's there's a lot more here we're going to get into, but I just want to make sure that you highlight, like, the investigation needs to pull out real evidence of what happened or what didn't happen. And someone saying they didn't do it is not evidence of innocence. If you really cared about him, you really loved him, you really considered him like a brother, you'd be far more interested in the truth than caring so much about what the public thinks about what you may or may not have done. But that clearly isn't the case here. Like, they are very interested on what the public thinks of what they did or didn't do. And so much so that they're turning this into a case about their own perceptions and how people are perceiving them, and away from the actual investigation to what may have happened to Nolan Wells on that day.
They're all American young men, incredible young men.
Referring to them as all American young men is an investigation to what may have happened to Nolan Wells on that day.
They're all American young men, incredible young men.
Referring to them as all American young men is an interesting phrasing as he's talking about his friends, and harkens back to like the perception of like we are clean cut, white, good young men who couldn't have done this. That's intentional.
Over in the comments of TMZ.
This is the birthday gift every Harry Potter fan dreams of from Syndicate. Spoil your loved ones with a beautiful interactive gift box with flying letters to...
I want to say this too. You know, first of all, that sister and that brother did an excellent job. When you can reduce somebody's existence to the point where people don't have to see the fullness of them, that is a tactic. You know, the brown paper bag test, the 1/5 of a person. If you have 1/5 drop of blood, you would consider the N word with the GR at the end. That's real, y'all. Let's keep going.
To kick off the surprise,
highlighting the moment, responses from Black users would continue. One user would go on to say, so these geniuses' first public interview, which being accused of murdering a Black boy, is with a Black man who is known for saying shit like the Black Wall Street massacre was Black people's fault. They did that shit, unquestionably. While another would go on to say, these friends are starting to use the death of Nolan Wells for press and notoriety, and it's sick. When you mourn someone you love, you don't go on a million press interviews. They're trying to get ahead of something. Lastly, on X, another would specifically call out what the boys and their representatives chose to wear in the interview. Nobody has a shirt or any type of rest in peace Nolan gear, and they're innocent. He wasn't really their friend, just a token Black guy. Now, across Facebook and Instagram, those same reactions would follow. One would go on to say, they have a guilty look. Another would go on to write, in journalism and mass communications, this is what we call PR. And another would comment, y'all ain't sad enough for me. My best friend died in front of me back in 2019, and I still get teary-eyed when I talk about it. Now, not every Black person has felt that Wells' friends are guilty of anything, as some have called out other Black people for instigating racial division.
Let me get this straight. First, you people were saying that Nolan's friends unalived him, and now that there's proof—
By the way, listen, bruh, no one should take you seriously. What do you wear? Now, I know real men wear pink, right? But come on, bruh. Like, stop the cap.
that Nolan was seen on the island after his friends left the island, it's still his friend's fault and they shouldn't have left him there. It seems like anytime there's some more evidence that vindicates his friends, y'all move the goalposts farther and farther back and still find some way to blame his friends for what happened to him, even though we still don't know what happened to him yet, and there's no proof that they had anything to do with it. It's honestly getting to the point where I think y'all are genuinely hoping that something bad had happened to Nolan Wells so y'all can have an—
First of all, this person should understand that those boys did not piss on him if he was on fire. Number two, no one is hoping that anything bad happened or wishing that something bad would happen to Nolan Wells. You're bro, just stop. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the absolute cap. And number three, you know, this person obviously was a rejected child growing up because they gave energy that determined that they deserved to be rejected. So no.
an excuse to push y'all's narrative.
Now, as far as what their newly appointed attorney has to say, who has represented Donald Trump around past defamation lawsuits, he would suggest some content creators should apologize for their statements or else they will be met with legal consequences. As of now, it is unclear as to when the grand jury will be presenting Nolan Wells' case to determine if a crime has been committed in connection to his death. But as mentioned at the top of this report, it doesn't appear that people will stop talking about it until they get those answers. Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Do you think race plays a part in Nolan Wells' death? And do you agree with how his friends are deciding to speak out and shut down claims against him? Reporting live from Ibis Club, Fright Plus News, I'm John Abba.
Have you ever needed glasses fast? Maybe you need glasses for your trip.
So if you're wondering how I'm feeling like Martin Luther King Jr., man. Here we go.
I'm tired of marching. Tired of marching for something that should have been mine at birth. I don't mind saying to you tonight. I don't mind saying to you tonight that I'm tired of the tension surrounding our day. I don't mind saying to you tonight that I'm tired of living every day under the threat of death. I have no martyr complex. I want to live as long as anybody in this building tonight. And sometimes I begin to doubt whether I'm going to make it through. I must confess I'm tired. I'm tired of marching. Tired of marching for something that should have been mine at birth. I don't mind saying to you tonight I don't mind saying to you tonight that I'm tired of the tension surrounding our day. I don't mind saying to you tonight that I'm tired of living every day under the threat of death. I have no martyr complex. I want to live as long as anybody in this building tonight. And sometimes I begin to doubt whether I'm going to make it through. I must confess I'm tired.
One more time.
I'm tired of marching. Tired of marching for something that should have been mine at birth. I don't mind saying to you tonight. I don't mind saying to you tonight that I'm tired of the tension surrounding our day. I don't mind saying to you tonight that I'm tired of living every day under the threat of death. I have no martyr complex. I want to live as long as anybody in this building tonight. And sometimes I begin to doubt whether I'm going to make it through. I must confess I'm tired.
Need I say more? Need I say more? Need I say more? Even Dr. King was tired of marching. Ooh, my Lord Jesus, we got so much more to go. Talk about this here. Since Emmanuel Kung with the E said nobody is dying in Mississippi, person of interest questioned after a Mississippi woman found hanging from a tree. NBCNews.com, Tasha Fortune's mother says that Fortune was at peace the last time they saw each other, and that she doesn't believe her daughter took her own life. A 29-year-old black woman from Mississippi was found hanging from a tree behind an abandoned home in Jackson last week. The body was discovered August 3rd in the 500 block of Road of Remembrance, the Jackson Police Department said in a statement. The Hinds County Coroner's Office identified the woman as Tasha Fortune. There was a guy on Instagram that said this was the fifth woman that has been strange fruit, has been made strange fruit, that has been made strange fruit rather, without a cause. Police say the circumstances surrounding her death remain under investigation. This is an active and ongoing investigation. The police department said we will provide updates as new details develop. Terrence Anderson, who is said to be a person of interest in connection to Fortune's death, was taken into custody on an unrelated weapons charge. In NBC affiliate WLBT of Jackson report, Anderson's brother, Tony Anderson, confirmed the arrest to NBC News. He said Fortune and his brother have a 5-year-old son together and a child of Terrence. He also said that he does not think his brother was involved in Fortune's death. Sometimes they'll have a few occasions where they may get into it or whatever, but that was about it, Tony Anderson said. They had their good days, they had their bad days, but I don't think he's done anything like that. The autopsy will actually tell what happened to her, and I'm sure there'll be a second autopsy courtesy of Colin Kaepernick. Shout out to Colin Kaepernick and what that brother is doing for our community. Christy Spivey, Fortune's mother, told ABC News she last saw her daughter July 26th after interviewing in Kentucky. This has just devastated us, she said. Remember her daughter as someone who was strong-minded and full of laughs and love. Spivey said the last time she saw her daughter, she seemed to be in good spirits. She was better than I had seen her in a long time. She told the station she was at peace. Spivey said she does not believe Fortune died by what happened. She did not do this to herself. She said, I know my daughter, she did not do this to herself. Spivey could not immediately be reached for comment Monday. The state medical examiner's office said it will conduct an autopsy and release its findings once the investigation is complete. Fortune's death has left some people searching for answers. Ward 3 City Council member Keith Stokes said in a statement to U.S. Attorney Baxter Kruger that the city was in dire need of assistance while the case is being investigated. WLBT report. During a recent court appearance, detectives said Terrence Anderson had been interviewed about Fortune's death. The news safety report, he denied any involvement, but told police that he had an argument with Fortune, according to WLBT. Tony Anderson told NBC News that his brother is a convicted felon, but had been out of trouble for years and has a job working as a painter. Pretty much looked after this little boy, unfortunately, Tony also said Fortune had a substance abuse problem and was living at the abandoned home where her body was found. Jackson police did not need to respond to a request for comment. If you or someone you know is in crisis, call or text 988 or go to 988lifeline.org to reach the 988 UAID in crisis hotline. Visit speaking of UAID, SUICIDD.com/resources. Prayers up to Miss Fortune and her family and her friends and everybody in between, y'all. There's a reason why I do this show. I know I cover a lot of reality TV, and I think I might do the girls trip review tonight as well. We'll see, you know what I mean? But yeah, I had to come on with this. Now, let's talk about somebody who is not here for us, but yet he got big happy by trying to out Roland Martin. Here we go, y'all.
Flacco's apology was an absolute joke and a slap in the face to the black community.
Yo,
Shout out to Drew Almighty.
I'm the tap dancing
Shout out
sellout
to Drew Almighty.
of the day.
You are.
Right? It's my fault, man.
After being exposed for being an anti-black.
And I hate this. That's just how the nigga mindset. Those Negroes don't see the long-term plan.
Pro-MAGA Trump glazing.
I enjoy and love Trump.
White supremacist Nick Fuentes fanboy.
Well, why I admire people like Nick Fuentes, Proud Boys, etc. They are upfront with their white supremacy tactics.
And just being an all-around grifter that did nothing but shit on the black community. He then dropped the most unserious, disingenuous apology ever, while completely avoiding talking about all the things that he's been exposed for.
I want to give the tap dancing sellout of the day award to Poetic Flacco. I'm not here to make a game day like decision on whether or not changing your mind is grifting or waking up is grifting. But that was my wake-up call, and that was my line.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
I want to give the tap dancing sellout of the day award to Poetic Flacco. Now, who's Poetic? Well, I'm Poetic Flacco, okay? No, but all jokes aside, the tap dancing sellout of the day award goes to Poetic Flacco. Well, this stems from a comment I got on my last video from a subscriber called Beauty.
He started out this whole fake apology video by being disingenuous and lying. He's not making this video because he received a singular comment on his last video or live stream that called out his very anti-black American past.
That's just how the nigga mindset. Most Negroes don't see the long-term plan, bro. Most Negroes don't see the long-term.
People say you hate black people.
Yes.
Is what they're saying,
Yes.
right? Or that you're self-hating or whatever.
Yeah. Fuck them niggas. That's for I hear you. Fuck all rap niggas.
In the car, and the guys try to.
No, well, the niggas don't.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We all hate niggas. She has a trauma past.
I know you have dealt with these young niggas, so
and I hate these niggas.
I get that, but in being pro-black, you gotta wrap your arm around some of these misguided niggas. See, but then you're part of the problem, man.
He's making this video because the commentary community is on his ass. After Point and Shoot initially dropped the receipts on Poetic Flacco's anti-black past and all the crazy, disrespectful comments that he said about black people, along with him glazing MAGA, white supremacy, Trump.
I enjoy and love Trump.
Now, honestly, tell you the truth, if I'm Roland Martin, I'm covering this dude on my show. Because you try to bust me out, but brother, you ain't ever been for us. Oh, that's bigger than Roland Martin. That's bigger than Roland Martin just making it do what it do. Was it cool that he cheated on his wife? I think we all agree with that. Roland Martin has been out here a lot harder for us than you have never done. Poetic Flacco. And like I said, you still a PDF endemics defender.
Right? I feel like Trump is a wonderful person to me. I enjoy his characteristics more than I enjoy Kamala.
Nick Fuentes.
He's white. He's a white supremacist, but he's Mexican. Okay, I can deal with him because he keeping a buck. I'm for purifiing America, getting rid of every other race, all the months, get rid of them. I'm all for that. Open and honest. Like saying, yo, I voted for Trump because Trump reminded me of what the good old days were like.
And just being as much of an Uncle Ruckus as
now,
you
recognize the good old days meant that white people were in power. He would be in the field. I want you to recognize that. Let's keep going. Hey, three people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Let's keep rolling on. We're live on tour.
Possibly can be.
Some of us, we might support Trump for other reasons, right? Some Negroes might say, yo, the good old white man gave me $1,200, right? Niggas was for Trump for giving them $1,200.
Other commentary channels like Doku D, Gap Tooth Games, myself have made videos calling out Poetic Flacco for his racist, anti-black statements in the past. To his crazy switch up of him being super pro-black, against Trump, against MAGA, against conservatives, against white supremacy and the white supremacists like Nick Fuentes that he was praising before. And doing all of this while running up a check off the black community's support. So no, he didn't decide to address this now because of one singular comment. He addressed it because people were on his fucking neck, as we should be.
Comments, I've seen her in my comment section often, so she's not a hater. She's not somebody, who's a troll. Like, she's a real person, right? Who had a real critique. And the comment was, Flacco, you got some explaining to do. But in the replies, there were people pointing out, bro, Flacco, we've seen videos of you as a conservative. Now you're more left-leaning. What happened? What was the change? Why did you change? What's going on?
That's not the criticism. He's lying again. The criticism is not about him being a conservative. Let me make this very clear. Black people are not a monolith. There are black people that are Democrats. There are black people that are conservatives. There are black people that are independents like me. And there are criticisms to both sides, both political parties that black people have. In my opinion, you are not a sellout if you're a Democrat. You're not a sellout if you're a conservative. You are a sellout and you are tap dancing and you are Uncle Ruckus if you support MAGA, if you support Trump, if you support this administration. But just having conservative beliefs does not make you a raccoon or an Uncle Ruckus. And nobody was criticizing Poetic Flacco for being a conservative. People were criticizing him for supporting Trump, for supporting white supremacy, for glazing Nick Fuentes. Well, why?
Now, also, too, O'Shea Duke Jackson has voted for the president 3 times, right? And I hope that Juju on My Shots Coffee Unfiltered, Coffee City, that hopefully Juju on my call tonight as well.
Why I admire people like Nick Fontas.
If you're a millennial, you remember your dad's wallet? This is the upgrade. So this is a traditional leather wallet, and this is a Ridge wallet.
Proud Boys, et cetera, up front with their BS. They are up front with their white supremacy tactics.
For being disrespectful to the black community and being utterly anti-black. Those were his criticisms. And honestly, you can add in him being willing to sell out his people and sell his soul to the white man, which he was proud to admit on camera.
So Adam sits, then I go and sit. And they ask me, bro, do you want to sell your soul? At first, I'm like, bro, I'm offended. Because why would you even ask? Damn right. Damn right, nigga. Damn right.
Those are the criticisms that people have of him. But what he's doing right now is trying to gain fake brownie points by acting like he's addressing criticism, but he's not. He's only addressing being a conservative, which was never the criticism. It's very disingenuous.
And I certainly feel like, 1, nobody is above accountability. 2, nobody is above being called to the carpet and taking accountability. And nobody is above giving answers. Like, I don't think giving answers make you less of a man. So I'm here to give answers, to even understand how I became or how I overcame.
This nigga's about to have a 9-minute video talking about his history of conservatism when that was never the criticism. I bet you anything, he does not address his anti-blackness, him shitting on the black community, calling us pookies, talking about wearing welfare lines. He's not going to address any of that, which again is the main criticism, which makes him a raccoon, which makes him an Uncle Ruckus, which makes him a tap dancer, which makes him a sellout and a grifter, because you can't speak for the black community if you are anti-black, which he has been. So if he doesn't address that in this video, he is 100% a grifter. And any black people supporting him from that point on, you must not like yourself, because the man that you're supporting does not like you or your people. If he did, he wouldn't have.
And that's very true, right? Like, listen, I agree we're non-monolith, right? I do agree with that. In the same token, I truly believe, right, that at the beginning, middle, end of the day, the only way we will ever rise up is if we call people out. Now, like I said, I think my takes are about 8 out of 10 times, right? To be real with y'all, I just feel like now all skin folk are kin folk. Let's keep going.
Said all the things that he said, and he would acknowledge it up front, take accountability for it, and apologize for it, which I guarantee you he's not going to do in this video.
You kind of have to understand a little about my life. Now, a lot of you guys already know this information because it's no surprise, but I spent a lot of my life in North Dakota, right? And North Dakota is overwhelmingly conservative, is Republican. Like, mostly, like, damn near everybody, like, I know is conservative in North Dakota. It's one of those things where you don't really even think about it. Even like certain quote unquote Democrats or conservative, is just a place where conservatives are. I was even raised in a really conservative household. My father was a conservative African man. To this day, he's still conservative.
What I want to know, because I don't give a fuck about him being conservative.
I watched this, and that thumbnail is exactly what happened in that live. I watched it. Poetic Flacco, yes. I mean, he's the stuttering black John Melendez. Okay, and nothing wrong with having a stutter. Okay, Steve Harvey had a stutter. Plenty of other women had a stutter. That's not the problem. You can't say that you're for us, but yet you're supporting somebody that is destroying us. You can't say you're for us, but yet you're supporting somebody that's destroying us. You can't say you're for us, but yet you're supporting somebody that is destroying us. Let's keep going.
Want to know about his anti-blackness. Is your father anti-black too? Does he shit on black Americans all day? Does he call us lazy and say wearing welfare lines like you typed out?
This is what he used to do back before he joined YouTube. He was a political activist.
You're a Negro and reading this. First off, stop identifying black people as Negro. This ain't the 1960s. That's disrespectful and ignorant as fuck. If you're a Negro and you're reading this, chances are you identify.
I don't use that language in my everyday life. I've used it here and there, but that's not the totality of who I am. But y'all straight up now. I don't put up wish that I don't have to. So yeah, I even call Edie Spray. I wish he said I'm rooting for everybody black. I'm like, does that include Amanda Seals? Or are we being selective? Now, with Amanda Seals, we can understand why. You know what I mean? But it's like all skin folk ain't kinfolk, child. We got to start being about that.
As a Democrat, but are you really a Democrat? In the mind of the average impoverished black person, Democrat equals free stuff, free stuff, free stuff. And Obama, he sounds like a racist ass white person. That being said, if black folks took a break from standing in line for Section 8 applications and actually introspect a little, they will realize their own personal philosophies don't align with the ideology of a Democrat. I can almost guarantee you that Pookie, that's crazy because again, Poetic Flacco is not a black American. He is an immigrant talking down on black people like this. But Pookie will turn the corner and go vote for a Democrat solely due to misconceptions he's been fed since birth. He's about to be yapping about his family's history of being conservative when nobody cares. None of the criticism was about that.
To this day, my father is still conservative, and he don't even live in America anymore. My dad moved back to Liberia to work in the government, and he is still conservative. So that was what I was surrounded by, and I bought into the hype. I bought into the hype so much, I didn't even bother doing research. Like things like trickle-down economics.
You don't bother doing research, huh? You don't bother doing research, huh? You don't bother doing research, huh? Okay. But yet you'll just defend PDF academics anytime he says, bark, bark, bark. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Go, Barry. Go, Barry. Go bury the fact that I told Greasy, a 15-year-old Discord girl. Go ahead and bury it. Chad. So if you didn't do no research, does that mean all your videos don't have any accountability, integrity, and you don't have any responsibility for any of the things you said? He's just said he doesn't do any research. That he didn't do any research. Moving on.
Because I just thought that was the gospel. Like now I know that's absolute nonsense and that's hogwash. But I bought it. I bought into things like grab yourself up by the bootstraps. Things that are like, now is nonsense. But I bought into it because that's...
Grabbing yourself up by the bootstraps, I believe, was during the Depression era because everybody was going through. So you did have to grab yourself up by the bootstraps. And sometimes you do have to grab yourself up by the bootstraps. Even today, everybody's trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. So like, girl, cut the crap. Sorry, I'm just checking something on my phone. And yes, we're going to talk about Tasha K. Don't you worry. Because I saw Tasha K earlier this morning, right? And she did this video of like, I'm done. I didn't get why, but oh, buddy, wait till you see. what we're going to talk about here a little.
That's what I was surrounded by. That's what I bought into. I didn't leave North Dakota, I think, until 2022 when I came to work for No Jumper.
What does any of this have to do with anything? Even that, you still had the internet. Social media was still a thing. You could have Googled, you could have learned, you could have researched, you could have done your homework to inform your decisions and your biases. But you're telling me you didn't do any of that until 2022 when you got to No Jumper in California. And again, who gives a shit? Nobody's criticizing you for being a conservative. We're criticizing you for being an anti-black Uncle Ruckus sellout and a grifter, which is what you are based on this video and the previous ones.
Me being conservative at the time was not something that I really hid, to be honest, right? I was on camera spewing the same nonsense, trickle-down economics, grab yourself up by the bootstrap, just being uneducated and not really understanding the history. These were things and policies that I actually thought worked. My wake-up call for me was the rise of white nationalism. When I realized this.
Look at you on Mike's face. The fuck? It's always been here, son. The rise of it. Child. Drewski has done more to impregnate people with the word of God than Poetic Flacco. Let's keep going.
It's not about policies, bro.
Time out. This clown just said his wake-up call was with the rise of white nationalism. Keep in mind, the person that spearheaded that rise was Nick Fuentes with his Groyper movement. Nick Fuentes is one of the biggest names in the white nationalist, white supremacist movement. And that's the same person that Poetic Flacco was glazing and so giddy about talking to.
Your opinion on white liberals, I believe that they're our number one enemy.
You're like repeating his talking points back at him.
Who, Nick?
And it just sounds like, yeah, you are. It sounds less racist. No one's going to call you a Nazi for saying the same shit that Nick said.
He literally praised Nick Fuentes for his views.
Sneeko really can't say shit, bro. If you don't know about Sneeko and his history, oh, buddy. Buddy. He was friends with Mr. Beast before Mr. Beast got big. Did a whole expose video, and now he's a has-been. Rightfully so, by the way. He supported Kanye West, right?
For him wanting everybody that's not white out of the country. He praised the Proud Boys for being racist and anti-black. So not only is he an Uncle Ruckus and a grifter, he's also a liar.
It's not about policies. It's not about whether or not I believe tax breaks at the people at the top will lead to more job creation and then trickle down to people at the bottom. It's not about policies. That's when I realized it's not about policies. What I realized was these people believe that we don't belong.
You were praising the people that believe we didn't belong.
Yeah. White folks care about crime so much, bro. They call the police, for example, on you, right? Yeah. Just by suspecting something.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
Some white folks calling the police just when they suspect something, bro. Only Negroes, yo. Only Negroes support crime.
Praising them.
These people.
You know what should have happened? Somebody who's in that house, his girl should be like, hey, let me see. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Babe, I was recording that. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Something should have happened where somebody should have just shut off this whole recording, okay?
People believe that this country belongs to white folks, that this is a country for white folks and by white folks.
Just in case you didn't see my video, this is how he talks about white people.
Should he be proud to show off that white face? Yeah. That good white skin, that beautiful, white skin. Say, yo, white lives matter. Yo, listen, I have white friends, I'm seeing that right now it's tough on white folks. They can't really say too many things. They're being oppressed. Freedom of speech is being taken away. Yo, white lives matter because I rock with my white friends. I got no problem. The good white man look him and like in his eyes and say, yo, 104 years plus 200.
He said the good white man. He sounds like Uncle Ruckus right now, verbatim.
Ain't no nigga that close to white man business and still starving. Meaning this, right? Even the niggas with the most integrity who don't trust the good white.
You can literally close your eyes while listening to those clips and think you're listening to Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks.
And black folks do not belong in this country. And once I began to see that rhetoric rise more and more and more, that was my wake-up call. That was my wake-up call that I cannot align with these people. These people fundamentally believe that the white race is superior. They fundamentally believe that we are inferior. They fundamentally believe that people like myself are second-class citizens.
And you knew that while glazing Nick Fuentes.
I would have been an absolute fool seeing people like Stephen Miller, who was granted a position in this administration, and seeing him talk about the replacement theory.
Nick Fuentes talks about the replacement theory. All of the white conservatives have always talked about the replacement theory since before Trump ran for office.
The great replacement theory. Yeah, a theory. Okay. It's the realest thing there is, and it's happening not because unseen hands are orchestrating it, though clearly they are, but because the native peoples of all these countries are participating in it.
10 million illegal immigrants in 4 years, and then whites and Christians are going to be the minority. And that's true in Canada, Australia, all the countries in Europe. So you could say there's 2 billion people, but what's the proportionality? What is the percentage of people being born that are white? Where's the arrow pointing? Where are we going to be in 50 years? In 50 years, there might be an Israel. In 50 years, there's going to be a white person.
Literal white supremacists. I would have been a fool to align with people of that sort. And that was my wake-up call. My wake-up call was the rise of white nationalism. When these folks stopped pretending.
He's a fucking liar.
There was a time where, a lot of these people, they would deliberately hide and conceal their real opinions to placate the mainstream society. But once Trump came back, once white nationalism became a thing, once people like Charlie Kirk was on Twitter saying that
Bruh. Whether people cloak it or not, it's always been here. I mean, Abby Phillip needs Braylon Lee to handle her heavyweight stuff because they're on CNN late night disrespecting black folks left, right, and center. The hell wrong with you?
Muslim can't be the mayor of New York because he's Muslim.
Because people have memory like goldfish online. Let me just remind you. The right became overtly racist when Obama became president. They start talking about we need to take our country back and white man fight back. And then the white replacement theory came up. And they've never once hidden how racist they were. So by the time Trump took office, they were in full effect. And after Trump left, we had a whole different administration and Trump came back. And he was still glazing Trump 2 years ago.
Cut it. Yo, Trump, no more niggas, right? No more niggas. Because, if you let one nigga out of jail, bro, you about to get, I'm talking.
Somebody is offering me $500,000, $1 million to come and DJ at an event that's honoring Trump, bro. Sign me up. Where do I go?
Sell out.
This man walked into a room for the National Association of Black Journalists, like hostile territory. And he walked in, not even shaking that man's hand the right way, bro. It's like you don't even want contact with him. Like, based on this body language right here, bro, you know she was gonna be on BS with Trump.
He's a little academic. He's just a Trump blazer for sure.
Trump stood in the fire and answered all the questions. Mind you, Kamala Harris hasn't done nothing like this and probably won't ever.
In such a horrible manner, a first question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible...
I'm sorry. It's just the voice sounds like a cartoon. Let's hear it one more time.
First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you?
I'm sorry. That part just makes me laugh so hard.
Blazer for sure.
Trump stood in the fire and answered all the questions. Mind you, Kamala Harris hasn't done nothing like this and probably won't ever.
In such a horrible manner, a first question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Such a horrible manner, a first question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network.
It's a fake network, but you've been on it several times as the president of the United States, bro. Like, just cut the...
Aura is immaculate here. This is an away game. It's an away game and they're being hostile. And this man got so much aura, bro. He's winning over the room, bro. He got the audience.
Here's the crazy thing about this. This video was 2 years ago when Trump went to the National Black Journalists Association in Chicago, whatever it's called. That was in 2024. At this point, he was still pro-Trump. So he's lying about the rise of white nationalism being his wake-up call.
Where I said, they're not playing fair. These people, these very same people are willing to go against the quote-unquote constitution they swear by if it comes to oppressing us. That's when I realized, bro, things like the quote-unquote like constitution conservative, bro, all that hogwash is nonsense.
Everything you're saying is nonsense.
A lot of what I said, I can't take back because it's already out there.
What did you say? How about that? How about you address what you said? Don't talk about some random, vague, conservative concept that nobody questioned. Talk about your anti-blackness. Talk about your white supremacy glazing. Talk about your Trump glaze. Talk about all the shit that you said from these clips.
Me being a conservative at some point in my life is already out there. I cannot take it back. But what I can say is, yo, if I said something that hurt my audience, is people who watch me and support me.
Is he about to say, I'm
who's a
sorry
part
if
of this
I offended
mission.
you? Or I'm sorry if you're offended?
If they heard and seen that and it affected them and it caused them hurt or trauma or pain, yo, bro, I apologize.
He had the full YouTube apology. I'm sorry if you were offended. He does not care about y'all. He does not care about black
at all. Bruh, if people are making videos on you, you have offended. There's no if, and, or but there, okay?
If he did, would took full accountability for everything that he said, line by line, he could have went clip by clip, been like, this was bad, this was a bad look, I shouldn't have.
I mean, at this point, but when Flacco may support the fact that EDP 445 are not going to jail. At this point, and yes, I've watched the documentary, he a sick fuck. Straight up a sick fuck. And he could still be going to jail up to 2027. Child, listen, I can't do it.
Shouldn't have said that. I was misinformed. My bad. I apologize. He didn't do none of that.
I do apologize to you guys, man. If you guys seen anything I said in the past and you guys said, man, Flock, I supported you. Damn, man. Yo, my fault.
All right. So that's one pair of glasses. Yep. With prescription lenses, plus anti-reflective lens.
I'm the tap dancing sellout of the day.
You are.
Right? It's my fault, man. But we all have our wake-up call. I'm not here to make a game day like decision on whether or not changing your mind is grifting or waking up is grifting. But that was my wake-up call, and that was my line.
It's grifting because you have been anti-black this whole time. You have been pro-MAGA this whole time, pro-white supremacy. And now all of a sudden you're getting a bag because you're talking about racist white people and acting like you're down with black people when you don't fuck with us for real. That's why you're a grifter. You were bragging about getting 100,000 from Chud the Builder in 1 month and black people were supporting you. Meanwhile, your whole history is shitting on us.
And that was my non-negotiable. I can't align myself with white supremacists and white nationalists, especially when they're openly talking about now getting rid of us, replacing us, taking away.
They've been doing that shit, you dumb fuck. You not know about blackface? Do you not know? He don't know about Lovecraft Country. Because they talked about all this. He doesn't know about Roots. He doesn't know about holes. You got to go and dig those holes. I'll dig it up on tickets. Cut the shit.
Away our rights. I can't stand by that. I can't stand by this administration. So again, to anybody who heard what I said, who really support me, man, and you're like, damn, Flocka, bro, I apologize and I take full accountability.
He's not apologizing or taking full accountability for the things that he's been criticized for. I know I probably said that like 20 times throughout this video. He's lying and further proving why he's a grifter and why he cannot be a reliable voice in the black community.
Now, where I'm at right now, people have wondered, Flocka, what exactly is your politics? I still consider myself a moderate. Again, if you watch this, again, my politics don't come before my mission of black liberation. It just doesn't, right?
He keeps saying black liberation and black prosperity. You are the only one prospering off this bullshit you're running. Your audience ain't making 100,000 a month off you grifting to them and acting like you care about black people all of a sudden. Oh my God. We can't even focus on racist white people because we got grifters in our community, man.
I'm gonna criticize the left. I'm gonna criticize the right. It's really that simple. However, my mission is to go against these people who are literally trying to make us second-class citizens in this country. And I'm gonna continue to criticize people like Chud the Builder. I'm gonna continue to criticize white supremacists and white nationalists.
What is his criticism of Chud the Builder worth, knowing now that he supported a white man that was hyping a white man up for saying the N-word, calling him the realest white dude ever?
That's why I love Danny. I told you, right? This is why I think Danny is the greatest white boy ever. Because, like, for example, white boys who would, like, come here, you know, say, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you know, Black Lives Matter type shit, right? Just bend over, right?
He did agree to go to the neighborhood to do a toy drive.
Danny's the white boy who goes say, fuck all that, bro. I said it. I stand on the A.
So the white person whose ass he's kissing is fallen YouTuber Danny Mullen. And Danny Mullen, a lot of his fame came from his outrageous behavior and his open use
all content
words.
Just to get online now and try to criticize.
Kicking Poetic Flacco's back and shout to y'all too.
Chud the Builder for doing the same thing that he praised somebody else for doing. That's how hollow his words are now. His criticisms mean nothing.
Because I understand the dangers of leaving that ideology to go unchecked. I understand the danger. There was a point where I bought into some of that. So I understand the dangers of that.
He's keeping it real vague on what exactly he bought into and what exactly he's apologizing for.
And that's not me making an excuse. That's me taking accountability.
You haven't taken accountability.
Right? But the mission is not going to stop. I wanted to get this out there because I owe you guys accountability.
You wanted to get this out there because people were on your fucking neck. I kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt in the first video, thinking he would come back, address it, take full accountability, apologize, and move on. But he's refused to even do that. He's playing in our face. He thinks we're dumb. He's trying to sway his audience to believe that he's really sorry for his actions without ever really addressing his actions. And his own audience isn't buying it. The first comment up here, Flacco the Builder. Somebody else acknowledging his past. Boy, when Flacco first came out, this fool used to sound like Officer Tatum. That's a crazy comparison, but very accurate. Uncle Ruckus Flacco. Nah, Flacco, you was talking greasy as hell. The more people dig, the more they'll know this is not an apology. It's over. This absolutely wasn't an apology, and it shouldn't be accepted by anybody. I'm actually surprised to see this many comments. There's people standing on black business against Flacco. Nah, dog, it's a hell nah for me. And to my point exactly, being conservative is one thing. Saying you admire Nick Fuentes is a whole different thing, which goes back to the real criticism. He tried to whitewash this like people were mad at him being a conservative when that was never the case. Bro never argued policy. He was literally Uncle Ruckus like 6 months ago. I think that's the other thing is how recent all of that shit that he was saying actually was. It wasn't like it was 10 years ago. They were from his no jumper days and up until probably like 6 months ago. You're an alien to the culture. You're doing your best to imitate a decent human being. But even this video comes all slimy. I'm glad more people are seeing you for you. Flacco thinks we're all stupid. He didn't address anything. All of a sudden, it's about policy. You mean you sold the money and switching sides? Correct. That's exactly what it was. And the last one I'll read still sounds disingenuous because it 100% was disingenuous. And while his channel is big enough to maintain itself, it will continue to be a success. People are waking up to who Flacco is and just tapping out of supporting his channel, which is how you see him losing 1,000 subs in a day. Flacco had the opportunity to address all of the old footage, all of the things he said and wrote about black people, about supporting MAGA, Trump, Nick Fuentes, white supremacy, and he chose instead to not take accountability, to not address any real criticism, and to sway the argument to something he was never criticized for. Real slimy snake grifter shit. Any black people supporting him from this point on, just know you're listening to a very disingenuous person that does not care about you or your community. But shout out to my channel and Patreon members. Thank you so much for supporting, and thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.
Shout out to Drew on my great content creator. I do hope O'Shea Du Jackson, shout out to Coffee City, Coffee Unfiltered, will be called out by you as well, because he did vote for the president 3 times there. So, we're not done. No, we're not done. So, as you guys know, there is this thing called FBA, Foundational Black Americans, right? And we know about this because of, ladies and gentlemen, the Essence Festival. Now, when it comes to that festival, right, because it's being run by Africans, and Africans are saying that there's no black culture here, the originals are here, I want you to listen to what Tasha K said. Okay, here we go. Shout out to this content creator, Watergood TV. I never heard of him before until now, but hey, that's how it works sometimes. We only hear about content creators we know that we don't know, rather, until a situation like this comes up. Roll it.
But here's what I would say about the FBA movement. It's no different than the KKK.
The KKK.
An organization that basically destroys black people just because they black. Okay.
You see how stupid these people sound?
Meant to divide. Meant to separate you, to isolate you, to have you looking at other races that look like you and hating them for no reason. That is the same foundation and principles that the Ku Klux Klan build themselves on, which is protecting their whiteness, their pureness.
Yes.
Might have to drop a dime on them. For sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. For sure, bro. I don't like that shit.
Mr. And then I can, okay, oh, I agree.
Creators, get a little extra with YouTube Shopping
Extra?
by tagging what you love.
All right, y'all, we back with another video, man. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing health, wealth, and a better understanding of self. So check this out, y'all. In this video, we going over how Tasha K, we got to cancel Tasha K. She's spreading misinformation about the lineage that we're going to have to check her about, right? She's upset because, you know, she married an African, and I guess the rhetoric doesn't fit for her husband and her kids, so she feel like she got to trash the whole lineage, which is not going to be, that's not acceptable. All right, I'm going to go over what she said. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and push me in the algorithm. I greatly appreciate that. We got to give Tasha K the business. So check this out. This is exactly what she said about FBA. Shout out to my boy Don Jeter for sending me this, man, and putting me on Tasha K. I don't really even watch Tasha K. I've seen some of her stuff before. We definitely gonna have to tell everybody, for her having this rhetoric for FBA, we're gonna have to unsubscribe. We're gonna have to, she gonna have to feel our presence, but without further ado, let's get it.
But no, I got a question the other day from a gentleman that entered my TikTok live, and he said, Tasha, what do you think about the FBA movement? I said, oh, you're trying to get me in trouble. He said, no, I just want to know what you think about it. I said, you know I can't speak on that. He goes, well, why not? I said, because.
Now, first, delineation is the movement. Okay, FBA is not even, you can't even say, that's a lineage. Okay, so she needs to understand you got to speak on it correctly. You spreading misinformation and wrong information about us. Let me let her go.
Because my kids are African.
What your kids being African got to do with he asked you about the FBA lineage?
Correct. And by the way, Tasha, you're in the United States of America, so they would look at you as an African American. Child, let me tell you something. 47 is going to set up a black entertainment summit. Yeah, look at my African Americans over there. Tasha K and Nicki Minaj are going to be the hosts of the Black Entertainment Summit here at the White House. It's going to be fabulous. Okay. DJ T, the rapper, is going to make an appearance. What in the words of black people, what do they say? Make it do what it do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. DJ T on the ones and twos, spitting bars. So you out your mind.
You should have been saluting, man. I'm proud of them people for learning their ancestral history and where they come from. You know, we want everybody to know where they come from and be able to represent where you come from. What's wrong with saying that? Listen to this bozo. Check it out.
My children are African. My grandfather is Bahamian. Why would I speak on the foundational Black American movement? That's not even my platform. We have these groups, these subgroups,
But she talks about African American celebrities, though. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do this motherfucking ass shit. So, oh my God. Child, Cardi B more black than Tasha K. I said it. Moving on.
These leaders that just ordain themselves.
Oh, Lord. I need
and they come out here and they spew what y'all call knowledge to empower Black people and foundational Black Americans to help aid us.
This is done intentionally because she's dating an African. She feels some type of way. This has nothing to do with, her just explaining what FBA stand for. It's just you feel some type of way because you feel like you've been tethered. she's probably the one of the number one tether.
And to being a better version of knowing ourselves, knowing that we're Hebrew. Even though your lineage could come from South Africa or Liberia or hell yeah.
He is not a genealogist, okay? That's just like David Ellison saying, I was mistaken, right? About the Paramount headquarters moving plan that's happening. I said October 1st of next year. No, October 1st of this year. If it's not sold by October 1st of this year, even though, right, the anti-federal lawsuit is going to be starting in March, but they have to get the merger sold by June 1st of 2027. Okay? That would be like, oh, wherever Paramount goes, we're going to be good. Well, I'm sorry. If you, let's just say, for example, right, if you move Paramount, the headquarters of Paramount, Skydance to Little Rock, Arkansas, for example. As much as I love my state and my city, in the same breath, I can't stand them sometimes either. Go back to the top of the show, you'll find out why I can't stand them right now. Little Rock, Arkansas does not have the infrastructure to support a media company that big. Sorry. But you being out in California, you have Paramount Studios. Hello, so how is that going to work, son? You going to be in Little Rock, Arkansas, then the studio's going to be in LA? How does that work? You got to fly there to check in on productions and fly back. Where do they do that at? And not to say that I don't want Little Rock, Arkansas to rise up and win. I do. I want to do so much for my home state that y'all have no idea about. Just because I don't say all my plans don't mean I ain't making plans. The hell wrong with you? But come on, son. What we doing here? Saying subgroups is out there. Child, everybody has lineage somewhere, but you're not a genealogist. If you took a 23andMe test, you were probably surprised about how much lineage you have in other countries and stuff. What the fuck is wrong with you? The culture.
Your lineage may come from Jamaica. May come from Latin America. You don't damn know.
And the gag is, neither do you, heifer.
We know exactly where our lineage come from. It comes from America. We have facts on this. We done proved y'all with the Albert Perry story.
And by the way, did Tasha K, I forgot, she got held back in the 9th grade 3 times. My bad. She went to the same school that Uncle Wanda went to school for 3 days a week. In the same school that Poetic Flacco got his stutter from. I'm sorry. I've completely forgot about that. And that's also the same school where failed basketball player Kun Iketivi went to school. And that's the same school that PD Epidemics was a tyrant as well. So this school got a lot of issues. Oh, let's not forget about Kanye West. He went to the same school as Uncle Wanda, where she went to school for 3 days a week. Let's keep going.
The Louisa school, we got facts. Instead of y'all saying all of this.
Slavery happened in America. What we doing here? Plantations, hello, still exist in America. You know who told Oprah to change the name of her place? Bob Hope, a white man. Because Bob Hope said, you owning a plantation, y'all ran into a whole episode on a lottery winner who bought a whole plantation. Cut the shit.
So why don't you just address the facts that we came up with? If you don't do that, you might as well don't even speak about FBA, because you're going to look stupid once we put facts to you. And she don't want to sit down and really sit down with somebody who really standing on the FBA business, because what you're saying don't even make sense. And I'm glad, in her comment section, they was roasting her.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't our fault that you have a lineage that's not FBA. You can still salute FBA for what we doing. Let me let her go.
But I feel like that's where we go wrong as a people, is always looking up to somebody and wanting to be like somebody else. And a lot of us don't get.
We ain't looking up to nobody. We looking up to our ancestors. We looking up to the history of us being in this country.
Absolutely.
There's nobody that the lineage.
And I will push back on that, right? I think everybody looks up to somebody. Like I said, Michael Strahan, Steve Harvey, Robin Roberts, Rosa Parks, Khaled Calhoun, the black girls that were at the bottom of a church basement. I do look up to people, right? But also understand that they're not my source. They are part of my foundation, but they are not the source, right? So push back on that a little bit, but I understand what good TV is coming from.
FBA lineage is looking up to. There's no leader that we saying, oh, this person is our leader. Y'all got to stop with this. She's doing this intentionally, trying to put our delineation movement into, other things that have been proved to be disingenuous. She's trying to tag us into that because of the hatred, because of the jealousy of it. I see the play.
Get to know our best selves because there's a version of somebody else that we want to be. And so to the gentleman that asked me about that, and to the woman who said this, let me let you hear what she said, and then I'm gonna get into this young Pharaoh stuff because this is a good segue into the young Pharaoh topic real quick. Let me pull it up. You don't have the video, Jasmine. Don't you worry. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna pull it up because I just couldn't believe the audacity. And I said, you know what? At first I wasn't gonna cover these topics, but I said, no, I'm gonna cover it. I sure am.
So you're covering other things because your ass is washed up, dried up, and you ain't got nothing else to give. I can't do it. That's like if you got notice from YouTube that you don't know how to create original content. I'm just saying. What you want me to do about it? Child, it's the switch up for me. Now you want to talk about something deep for your platform. Okay.
And she's trying to cover it her way.
Exactly.
I see what she's trying to do.
Exactly right.
Okay, she's upset. They called you that, and this is her get back. Okay, her pushing misinformation on the name, on the lineage, on our movement, our delineation movement. She's just trying to, throw salt in our game.
I have to. Because y'all got me fucked up out here. Oh, y'all do. Y'all think that 3 in the 9th grade dig is something that I'm not proud of. I'm proud of because I educate myself.
Oh, she good. Oh, she good. Oh, she is so good. Oh, my God. You think that's a dig? Child, how can it be a dig when you said it? How can it be a dig when you said it? How can it be a dig when you said out your mouth that you got held back in the 9th grade 3 times? How can that be a dig? Sis? God, let's keep going, y'all.
It's what I do. Hold on for a second. Hold on, y'all. I know she ain't take it down. Hold on. Give me a second, Jasmine. Go to commercial real quick. Go to commercial. We'll be right back, and I'll be ready for you. Let's go. Real quick, because I got something on my mind. My skin I'm kind of boiling inside a little bit because I was asked about what I thought about, I guess, foundational Black Americans and their movement. And I know that there's a subgroup of this, and I do know my name gets brought up a lot. When it comes to this, what does Tasha stand for? Who does she look up to? Who is her God? Is what I get, okay? And so when Charleston White had brought up that a lot of our little girls should look up to a Clarissa and want to be a Clarissa, I have to respectfully disagree because that's why a lot.
So if young girls shouldn't look up to Clarissa, you think they should look up to you? Says the person that said a mother and her child had an STD. I can't hear nobody. But okay, moving on.
A lot of our young girls are lost now because they don't know themselves and too busy trying to follow everyone else. And so when I was on TikTok Live the other day, and I was asked about FBA and what I thought about it, and I said, I can't talk about that because that would be me talking against my own kids, me talking against my grandfather. my family. But here's the response, because they were trying to set me up. But here's their response to me not answering the question. And then I'm gonna respond to this. Okay, so here we go.
Now, like I'm saying, what does your grandfather being Bahamian, your kids being African got to do with the lineage of people that say they come from America? All of this negative rhetoric seeming like it's coming from a jealousy, she's upset because she fits the narrative of a tether. That's what it is.
Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning.
Now, I wondered this for myself.
Hold on. Damn it. Why does she have Erykah Badu in the background? Okay. I ain't gonna play it. So here's the thing. They called my husband an African booty scratcher. They said,
child, you upset that they called your husband that? You call people worse. Did you drag just hilarious? But yet she got a whole job on iHeartMedia, and you got paid back an artist that gets more play on iHeartMedia than the non-existent energy that you don't get on iHeartMedia. What the fuck are we doing here? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Moving on.
Said that I cannot speak on the foundational Black American movement because I'm married to a booty scratcher.
Now, again, it's not a movement. But if somebody is roasting you, saying you married an African booty scratcher, that was a roast. They picking at you. That got you so upset that you want to go against the whole lineage. Well, we're going to give you what you want. We're going to give you what you want. That's not a reason for you to be so upset that you just going at the whole lineage of people.
Woo. Which they're entitled to their opinion. That's fine. That's totally fine.
That's a fucking lie. You are heated. You're heated. Just admit it.
A little tangerine head. Let me let her go.
Here's what I think about the FBA movement and any other movement that has to do with Young Pharaoh, Brother Polite, Dr.
This ain't got nothing to do with what is she talking about? Y'all see how she's trying to throw these people into the delineation movement when this is just about a lineage, about where our ancestors are from. She just said in the show, she don't know where our ancestors are from. We telling you where our ancestors is from.
Exactly
Mar
right.
Johnson.
Not to mention too, I bet you she probably doesn't know that if she drinks Jack Daniels, that she's drinking a whiskey that was actually made by the first African-American master distiller on record, Uncle Nathan Nearest Green, who taught Jack Daniel how to make whiskey. Hello. Moving on.
All of these movements that y'all look up to, all these men, okay?
And those guys didn't have no movement. Well, Umar Johnson with the Pan-African, I don't even think you can consider that a movement, but this isn't even making sense.
That I guess guide you to help elevate your consciousness in these movies. Even Tariq Nasheed, ain't his wife like half white or something? Ain't Tariq Nasheed wife like half white? But here's what I would say about the FBA movement. It's no different than the KKK.
The KKK. You see how stupid these people sound?
Meant to divide, meant to separate you, to isolate you, to have you looking at other races that look like you.
And by the way, if I'm rolling I'm pulling up Tasha K on my channel. I'm flaming her for everything she got.
And hating them for no reason. That is the same.
Who hates? We don't hate nobody. See, this kind of rhetoric is what make our movement and it you are spreading misinformation. Don't nobody hate. They just called you. They said you married an African booty scratcher. That's not hate or anything. Nobody is saying they hate you. We don't hate no other races. We don't hate nobody. Who is you listening to even make you think something like this?
Foundation and principles that the Ku Klux Klan build themselves on, which is protecting their whiteness, their pureness.
Cancel.
Not knowing that they are not pure. It's a lie. And I don't get involved in these types of conversations because it's ridiculous. And it's very unintelligent to talk about, to even speak on, that I would deny my.
You sound very unintelligent comparing our lineage to the KKK. That's probably the stupidest take I have ever heard. They can't even give no facts on this. The only thing she could say is somebody called her husband an African booty scratcher. And she feels bad. She feels so bad that she wanna feel like she can tarnish our name.
Children, my own grandfather, my own mother, just to protect what? A movement? Y'all don't put food on my plate? Y'all don't pay none of my bills?
Actually, hang on a second. Aren't you going on a tour called My Name is Allegedly Told? So all those products that you buy, or all those products that you sell, rather, right? People don't buy those products and you don't make a commission off it. All the ad revenue that you get from businesses wanting to get advertising space on your show. All the memberships, right? Bet you Tasha K doesn't even know about YouTube Tracker. But you said, and I quote, that the people don't pay your bills. You said, don't let that GoFundMe fool you. That was a troll. Don't let that GoFundMe fool you. That was a troll. Don't let that GoFundMe fool you. That was a troll. You said that about that GoFundMe to raise money for Cardi B. You said that was a troll. Child, I clocked you on my channel with it. Child, let's keep going. I cannot do this. But yet the viewers don't pay your bills. So what are they there for? What are your subscribers there for? Because if you weren't big, you would be a regular, schmegular, everyday motherfucking person like the rest of us.
We ain't supposed to pay none of your bills. This is for our understanding of self. You ain't got to protect the movement. You could have just said, okay, they are under, you should have educated yourself before you even spoke about it. Number one, you should have educated yourself because you sound real. This sounds bad, y'all. This is one of the worst takes. She probably, I don't even watch her takes, but this is probably the worst take that she could have ever made. It's the worst take that she could have ever made. There's no reason why y'all always got to try to compare something to a white hate group.
Yeah.
Y'all sitting in living rooms with bonnets on, causing division because you angry, trying to be accepted no different than a gang on gang crime when you got them little boys in Chicago or any other city taking each other out for what? Just because you look different, you said something, now we got adults actually doing it, which leads me to Young Pharaoh. Because a lot of people...
Now, she's saying people are angry in their mind, but look who has an angry tone.
People are shocked at his downfall.
Listen, we ain't even gonna put Young Pharaoh into this. All right? She had one of the horriblest takes. She can't make this make sense. The math ain't mathing.
At all.
But she's just upset because, you know, her lineage, she's not FBA. People get upset when now they can't tether off of the FBA lineage. They can't, seem like a...
Wait a minute. Listen, I don't want to hear it. I want to hear Tasha K make fun of people all the time. Look at that in the frozen frame. You know what? I can't do this shit. I can't do this shit. I'm swimming. I'm swimming away. I'm swimming away. What a glorious feeling, and I'm happy again. You know what? I can't do it, bro. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it, bro. You know what? Let me just like, let me do this. I'm gonna do it like right here. I'm just gonna just do this. I'm gonna use that from now on.
A Black American to everybody.
Get this off real quick. Okay, there we go.
It tarnishes something. It makes them feel like, dang, it makes them feel bad. Okay, you're not dealing with one of the, the greatest melanated, accomplished people on the land. It makes them feel some type of way that they gotta feel like, why would we hate on anybody else? Y'all kind of our country. Y'all talk and want to act like us. Why would we hate y'all? But I want to know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. But for right now, we putting on that cancellation list. We getting you up out of here, Tasha K. You and your little bald head, and your husband, because you trying to protect him, and that was just somebody that said something. You didn't have to put the whole lineage into that. Somebody just called him a booty scratcher. You should have just kept it between the person who said it and you. But I want to know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace and love.
A community must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax bases for your own people. You should at least control 4 basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive and compete.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.
Wait, no way you got
By the way, shout out to the thickness.
this for me?
My wife works hard every day between her job, taking care of the house, and everything else. I know how important it is for her to feel relaxed, especially at night. I ordered the Rest Evercool cooling comforter for her online.
You know what? Shout out to that man, and shout out to Rest. I've heard good things about him. Shout out to this content creator right here, War Good TV. Just subscribe to him. Now, I want y'all to see the comment section. This is Tasha K's comment section right here. I'm proud to be a foundational Black American. FBA is not an organization. Damn, I like you, Tasha, but you can't disrespect the lineage. Putting your lineage first is not discrimination. Nobody says that about any other group except FBA, and that's the problems. What organization? Where's the office? She told her it's not an organization 10 times the willful ignorance. Y'all got me proud of this comment section. FBA, the FBA stay getting attacked on all fronts. We strong people. It looked like most of Tasha K's following is FBA, not Africans. Clock that T. Certified foundational Black American all day. Salute FBA fam. Stand strong. Foundational Black American. Tasha K, to keep calling FBA organization, we already told you what it's about. That's disrespectful. Any group who tries to control, who tries to tell you who you are and who your ancestors are literally trying to recolonize you. We can go to our ancestors' tombstones. We have the lineage paperwork with names. I don't see the FBA lynching people. That was a crazy comparison. Clock it. FBA is the only American Blacks who don't want other groups to look like us, to co-opt us and pose as leaders. No, Tasha, FBA is not about that. Oh my God. Thank you to my FBA, my beautiful FBA family in the chat. Stay on big business always. Young Pharaoh played with the dead. FBA are Black Americans from the soil of America. We believe in Black Americans first. We have nothing against immigrants. We just not them and want to build our economy here in America, the place where we are. There's nothing wrong with that. This man did to himself. FBA is a lineage of people. We're not blaming anyone for anything. We're not taking any more disrespect from immigrants. The person who says you can't talk about FBA is probably not FBA. Tasha K has many enemies. The goal is to let Black Americans know we have rights, and we don't have to continue with the lies about Black American history. They want to take credit for our inventions and all the things we've done in America. We have a rich history. Shout out to Tasha James and everybody for flaming Tasha K's ass. See? until you do right by people, there ain't gonna be no beauty on your canvas. Lord Jesus. That's for all y'all who remember the olden days there. Now, you got from a male perspective. Now, we're gonna watch it from a female perspective. Let's go to my girl, Coffee Unfiltered. Here we go.
So, if you know me, you know that I don't always agree with Tasha K. We also got into it a while back where she dragged me, okay? She dragged me on live. She felt bad. She apologized, and we move on. So this isn't me defending Tasha K because, like I said, we don't always agree on everything. But I do think that people are being ridiculous with this one. Tasha K is a Black American woman. Dating an African man doesn't erase her lineage or suddenly mean she can't speak on Black American issues. I feel like that's ridiculous. People are allowed to date whoever they want, in my opinion, as long as you're not dragging your own kind.
Correct. Yep.
For example, Tasha K is dating an African. As long as she's not coming out and saying she hates Black American men, as long as she's not saying certain things like that, I don't see the issue. And what makes this even more hypocritical is that some of these same FBA men have absolutely no problem with dating outside of their own group. You have the O'Shea Duke Jackson. He literally moved to Africa and he's dating an African woman. So why is it that a Black woman cannot do the same? Make it make sense. But anyway,
I do agree with that, right? At the beginning, middle, end of the day, everybody has the right to love who they love, as long as you don't forget your Blackness, right? That's it. That's it. That is it. I told y'all there's a couple that they come to my job from time to time, right? Beautiful interracial couple, right? And she and the woman is straight down for her Black kin, right? And my thing is, as long as Black men and Black women are still alive and around this, that, and the third, we good in the neighborhood, right? God. Okay, I'll do that right after this. I'm sorry, I was just looking up something. It's always something, child. It's always something. Now, with that being said, I think what you have to also recognize is Tasha K is coming out here saying that foundational Black Americans, screw them when you cover Black celebrities, right? From America, right? Your kids were born in America. Your mama, your family was born in America. So no, just because you date an African doesn't mean you get to negate all that, like Coffee on Unfiltered said.
Wait, this clip is what's setting people off because Tasha K compared FBA to the KKK. And now I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that comparison, but that's what she did. She feels as though these FBAs are the same as the KKK. And as I stated, I do not agree with that comparison. Yeah. But there's this discourse going around and people are talking about it. Some people are agreeing with her. They're saying, yes, it's true because here are the list of things that FBAs have in common with the KKK. And others are saying, this is BS. You're done with Tasha K. Tasha K needs to be canceled because there's no way you should compare FBA with the KKK. But let's get into what she had to say.
They called my husband an African booty scratcher. They said that I cannot speak on the foundational Black American movement because I'm married to a booty scratcher. Here's what I think about the FBA movement and any other movement that has to do with Young Pharaoh, Brother Polite, Dr. Umar Johnson, all of these movements that y'all look up to, all these men, okay, that I guess guide you to help elevate your consciousness. Here's what I would say about the FBA movement. It's no different than the KKK. Meant to divide, meant to separate you, to isolate you, to have you looking at other races that look like you and hating them for no reason. That is the same foundation and principles that the Ku Klux Klan build themselves on, which is protecting their whiteness, their pureness, not knowing that they are not pure. It's a lie. And I don't get involved in these types of conversations because it's ridiculous. And it's very unintelligent to talk about, to even speak on, that I would deny my own children, my own grandfather, my own mother, just to protect what? A movement? Y'all don't put food on my plate? Y'all don't pay none of my bills? Y'all sitting in living rooms with bonnets on, causing division because you angry, trying to be accepted no different than a gang on gang crime when you got them little boys in Chicago or any other city taking each other out over what? Just because you look different, you said something, now we got adults actually doing it.
But that's what she had to say. As I stated, people are going back and forth. Some people are agreeing, some people are not. But let me know your thoughts. Please hit the like button. I'll see you guys in my next video.
Between when an African American is having a discourse with continental Africans, with Caribbeans, when an African American is trying to fix relations with other Africans from other ethnic groups, when African Americans are trying to fix relations with other POC groups, that doesn't mean FBA is trying to do all of that. There's a different conversations being had, right?
Yes.
You have the two adults in the room, right? Which is the African American, the adult African American that has some issues with Caribbeans and continental Africans. And then you have some adults in the room, some Africans, right? And Caribbeans. There's three adults in the room, let's just say that, who have some issues with African Americans. Common sense African Americans understand that there's an issue with miscommunication between us and our brothers and sisters around the world, and vice versa. We have very mature and common sense Africans and Caribbeans and African Americans having a conversation trying to fix their problems, even if it gets heated, right? What you have is FBA creeping in the room where the adults are and inserting themselves in conversations they're not even intellectually and psychologically old enough to be having. And it muddies the waters. That's why it's important for African Americans to articulate, right, and scream to the mountaintops that FBA does not represent African Americans. No matter how many FBA insist on marrying or believing that African American, FBA, and Black are interchangeable words. They are not. African American, Black American, Black. Black means African. Okay? African American, Black American, Black. That's us over here. FBA is I'll give them lineage. I'll give them lineage because they're a lineage-based cult of Tariq Nasheed's.
A lot
right?
of y'all
And so they
foundational Black Americans are just losers who want to be white. You want the socioeconomic capacity to subjugate another group. You don't actually care about the plight of the Black community because you actually studied Black history. You would understand that the fight for liberation has always been multicultural. With Mexicans hiding slaves from the Underground Railroad, you have Chicanos and the Brown Berets marching during the Civil Rights Movement, and then Latinos for BLM in modern times. It's ignorant as Black Americans to say that this isn't our fight when we've seen federal officers abuse Black people.
Yep.
Generalizing other demographics as anti-Black is counterproductive because they're not a monolith, same way Black people are not a monolith. And it's crazy to say that I'm not Black because do you think the police are going to give me a free pass because my family are migrants from the Caribbean?
Yep.
Do you think that's how that works?
Come on. Very, very well said. And as we get ready to end this, you guys remember the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion was on Sunday, Monday. Angela Oakley talked about a guy named Gary. Who's Gary? Kelly Farrell said. Well, let's go over to my girl, Diana Rose. Shout out to her. A great content career. Always have loved her energy. For sure. So let's get to that right now. Here we go.
What's up, cousins? It's
Diana.
Diana.
Just say that Angela's face card beats Kelly's. I mean, is she a clown? Does she amuse us? Moving on. Child, I cannot. the bullshit.
What's up, cousins? It's Diana Rose, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. I need you guys to come in, join the discussion, become a subscriber if you are not already, and make sure your notification bells are on so that you don't miss a thing. Welcome back, cousins. And if you're new here, welcome to the family, period. We are about to talk about Kelly Potter, get to the bottom of the Who's Gary scandal. Because, baby, listen, y'all know on Sunday night, the reunion, Angela busted her out and said, at least I don't owe Gary any money. And that's when you hear Andy Cohen scream, who's Gary? Like, oh my goodness. And then here comes Kelly with the, who's Gary? Hold on, let me show y'all. Y'all know that high-pitched who's Gary, like everybody in the room is crazy. What are you talking about? How did you make this up? We heard the same tone and intonation when she said, what pastor? What pastor, Portia? Well, baby, like I said, there was a judge on Friday, August 7th, 2026, that helped Kelly remember exactly who Gary was, child. She wasn't able to pull the old, rug from underneath the court, the old banana and the tailpipe, all of that, the wool over their eyes. No, Kelly wasn't able to do any of those tricks. We're going to talk all about it. Go ahead, hit the like button, share the video. You guys already know my opinion is alleged, but these receipts are legit. Now let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so you see it there on your screen. This is coming by way of a friend of mine, a friend of the channel, V with the T, and that is Reality Recap. She was able to pull the court documents from Fulton County, Georgia. And you see it right there. The plaintiff is Gary Tolliver, and he was suing Miss Kelly Potter. She had borrowed money from Gary. I believe, let me get the exact numbers, $75,000 actually to open up her Sandy Springs location. That was last year in 2024. Anyway, she was supposed to pay him back approximately $100,000. That was with interest. And it turns out she did not pay that back. She was able to get him $36,915, and then everything else fell by the wayside. Anyway, he went to a court and he was seeking, get this, he was seeking $263,000, 85 cents, basically looking for the money that she didn't pay him, along with damages, emotional distress, punitive.
Give me one moment, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. I had to take a restroom break for a minute. I am Bizak. Let's continue on.
Damages, pre and post interest, attorney fees. Y'all know they tack everything on to those court documents. They tack everything on looking for the whole shebang-a-bang. And the judge didn't give him quite that much, but he did give him something, okay? The bottom line is Gary said, listen, she was deceptive. He accused Kelly of being deceptive in getting the loan from him. He said she owes everybody. She has multiple pending civil lawsuits, multiple civil lawsuits that she's currently in, including owing her employees. So he said she owes everybody thousands of dollars. And if she would have come to me and disclosed that, I would have never given her the $75,000. Well, you can see it there in black and white, you guys. The court case was on August 7th, and the verdict came yesterday, August 10th. Kelly has to pay back the $63,085 she owes in principal, along with $20,614 for prejudgment interest. He did receive that. He also received court costs and post-judgment interest. Okay. So altogether, $83,699 before whatever the court costs are, because she does have to pay that man's court fees. Okay. So check that out, y'all. Not good for Kelly. Who's Gary? Well, baby, the judge said you absolutely do know him. And this is going to be one of these things that we remember. Y'all know Kelly was on that show. We're going to hear her on the reunion say, Portia lies. She's a liar. Well, it turns out, Kelly, you've been lying too, girl. You've been lying too. But y'all talk to me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about all of this. Kelly owes, Pookie owed from New Jack City. Y'all remember that movie, New Jack City? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Pookie owed the community. Kelly owes the community. And then Kelly damn near owes all of the community at this point. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. This is going to make Kelly very animated over there on RHOA. There's going to be a lot of crazy stuff that's going to go down because Kelly's going to work for that money. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, okay? Hit the like button, share this video. Become a subscriber if you are not already. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. And until the next one, bye-bye.
So, shout out to that. Now, we're going to go over to Conscious TV because this just broke. Funky Dineva, right? Funky Dineva gets dragged after sympathizing with PDF files and comparing it to homo-hetero orientation. Let's play.
They come to discussions and we just can't hold it together. So I will be regulating the panel more, making sure that everybody can talk one at a time and that there's no overlapping, because we do have a viewing audience, and the whole point of content is for the sake of the audience. And I'm also probably going to be bringing back some type of a call-in line, because I think that will also help to regulate discussions too. And I think that a lot more people will feel comfortable interacting with the subject matter, because StreamYard kind of is a lot, and some people are afraid of camera slips, and it's just too kind of technological for them. So I think a call-in line is very basic, very practical,
I would agree with that.
Easy going. So we're gonna be getting litty on the call-in line as well. All right. So if anybody knows any good third-party software or apps that are really good for call-in lines, leave it in the comment section below this video. Okay. All right. So we're here to get into Miss Funky Dineva, child. Funky Dineva is getting flamed the fuck up because apparently on his show, I'm assuming from yesterday, I don't know what led to this. I didn't get a chance to watch the show. I haven't watched Funky Dineva live in probably months at this point. I see clips and sound bites and shit. So I don't know what the context was. I don't know who he was talking about that led him into what he ended up saying. But he ended up basically expressing some sympathy toward those who are afflicted with sexual and romantic attraction to minors. And he also got flamed up for seemingly comparing the affliction of pedos to any other natural sexual orientation.
Yep.
Okay? So I'm gonna let you guys hear what Funky had to say. Then we're gonna read some of the comments where he's getting dragged to flames at, and then I'm going to give my commentary. Once again, share, thumbs up. The king is always working for you. Yes, God, today.
Feel bad for anyone who
Shout out to the neighborhood talk, by the way.
wakes up one day and discovers that they have a sexual attraction to children. Listen to me carefully, and I'm not talking about people who have acted on it. I am not talking about people who have acted on it or harmed children. Listen carefully. I feel bad for someone who woke up one day and without any choice of their own had for them what was a natural attraction to children. I feel like it's a burden that none of us would ever want to carry. And I always say I'm very fascinated by the human brain. And I am. And I guess the reason why I am able to have this level of introspection when it comes to people who have a pedophile problem is because oftentimes the general society loves to throw the LGBT community in that same bucket with them. And
That's not true of everybody, though.
I just like to speak in possibilities, right? If it is possible with no input of my own that I was born gay and that I was born with an attraction to men, I do believe that it is possible that somebody can be born with an attraction to children. I do. And again, I'm not attempting to excuse it. I'm not trying to make it right or anything. I just do. And it would have to suck to one day wake up and be like, I'm attracted to 11-year-olds. And that there's nothing that I can do about that attraction. And again, I'm not talking about acting on it. I'm simply talking about the attraction. That has to be a heavy cross to bear. That's all I got on that. I can tell by the comments, this is not the conversation for y'all.
Yeah. So, shout out to Conscious TV. First of all, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, bro, nobody should be having an attraction to kids. I don't know if y'all know about 19 kids and counting the Duggars, but Josh Duggar molested his sister and also had CP on his computer. And there's a private, server that you have to log into, this, that, and third. He tried to get out of it. No. And then you say, I'm not talking about people who went after them. They should be persecuted too. The fuck wrong with you? Y'all, I can't do it. That's all I got for y'all. I'm gonna try to see if I can watch the girls trip and see if I can come back and review that tonight at 6. If I don't review tonight at 6, it may be at 8:30. We'll see. But y'all, I had to come on and let y'all know there's a lot going on in our community. Okay? And hopefully one day they will understand where I'm coming from. And I will always keep it a buck. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love. It's right back to you. Bye, everybody. Ciao. Woo. I always think of that quote from a cartoon. Does God stay in heaven because he's in fear of what he's created? Yes. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix.
And by the way, y'all know how I feel about Kelly Farrell, right? I didn't even have to explain nothing on that. But just to make sure Kelly don't get left out, find with neighbors that young lady who whooped your ass in court and without a lawyer and won $16,000, your restaurant closing down. Somebody said in Diana Rose's comment section that they starting to believe your ex-husband. You spent it on 18 bags for your daughter on her 18th birthday. And your man paid for your teeth with $75,000. Child, like I said in Diana Rose's comment section, Kelly Farrell's the Mia Thorne of Atlanta. Bye, y'all.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to pop that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief. beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where I'm
R&B. J. Howell.
Just cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.
Sweet boy, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my best I knew. God, you were found. I come from nothing. Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration. We all we got. I'll see that. Don't you leave here today with happiness. I want you to leave here with shame.
almost forgot one more thing. Shit. I almost forgot one more thing. Damn it. All right. I almost forgot one more thing. Okay. Let me turn down the music. There was one more thing I wanted to show y'all. And y'all guys see this. Damn it. I'm sorry I did not include this in the show, but this is our show, damn it. And we can make it as long as we want to. Y'all roll this.
I'm about to play the video, but Saucy Santana says little kids want to clap him. And you guys are defending it?
You heard that correctly. Now I want you to see it. Give me a moment. Almost forgot about this, chat. Here we go.
I'm about to play the video, but Saucy Santana says little kids want to clap him, and you guys are defending it? Wow.
Niggas wanna me, kids wanna me, aunties, everybody.
Kids? And who that grown man in the back that got hype about it? Ooh, yeah, lock him up. Then y'all defending a 32-year-old man saying this, talking about he was talking about kids. Who even says the word like that? So he's talking about his family members want to get at him. Then y'all say, oh, y'all know grown folks call younger people kids. He was talking about younger men. No. Imagine a grown man see a group of young women talking about ooh, I want me kids. Are y'all serious right now? This is a 32-year-old man in the pool with other men talking about how kids want him. And all the men in there just all for it. You ain't see nobody in there check him about that. He know what areas he can say stuff like that. Because I'm telling you, they would have never slid with that. He said something like that in the club or something, bro. Boy, they would have got up on him.
A lot of people got on under my video because they was mad trying to tell me what Quiet on the Creek really meant. When I just saw a video of Saucy Santana in the freaking swimming pool talking about niggas want to F him, women want to F him, and kids want to F him. Are you freaking serious? Nigga, that ain't Quiet on the Creek. Nigga, you a foul.
You know, when black people finally get to the level that I want them to be on, this type of behavior by Saucy Santana, him coming out, saying these things that is just unacceptable in anybody's eyes, he will be canceled. He will be out of here. He will be disassociated with the black community. People like him, you need to kick him out.
Young Miami, you cool with this? Oh, but you are cool with it because you want people to rob and steal and kill and destroy and devour people like your pimp P. Diddy did to all those women. So Young Miami is probably cool with this behavior. Oh yeah, I said that shit and she ain't gonna do shit to me. Let's keep going. By the way, shout out to this content creator right here, Marcus Lewis. I'm gonna subscribe to him real quick. All right, let's keep going. I forgot to share this because I'm like, what the hell?
Him out the community. But a lot of y'all are not intelligent enough because he makes a cool song and it's Quiet on the Creek. And that's the problem. We finally have a couple of people saying, hey, this ain't right. But there's still more people standing up for this ignorant behavior that Saucy Santana did. And he calls himself Saucy Santana. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, Epidemics, you better not talk about this because you talk to a 15-year-old on a Discord call. And when Saucy Santana asked you to come outside, you couldn't say shit, motherfucker. So you can't talk about him and he can't talk about you. Moving on.
Like, y'all black women will come to his aid and defend him and say that's not what he meant. He meant it this way. No, he meant it the way he said it.
Right.
He meant it the way that he said it. And y'all still standing up for this person.
Yep.
This is why we will always be at the bottom. Because y'all not saying this is wrong. This dude is weird. I'm all about protecting the kids. And when somebody comes out because they got a little bit of motion, because they got a song that's popular amongst the ignorant black people in our community, now they think they're invincible. Now they can think they can say whatever they want to say because they got y'all hypnotized because of a certain song. That's what's wrong with y'all. A lot of y'all is lost. Y'all letting this man come out here and say this, and he has no remorse. He has not come out and said, I apologize. I probably shouldn't have said that. I might have been under influence, whatever. But it doesn't matter. It's still despicable.
Yep.
It's still ignorant. It's still a degenerate black person who think they got a little bit of money, a little bit of fame, thinking they can say and do whatever they want because you guys are stupid enough to say that's cool. We have to kick people out like Saucy Santana out of the black community. He does not deserve a second chance because our kids are our everything.
Absolutely.
The most.
This is the gay not this brother right here. Very smart, smooth, articulate brother. Saucy Santana pretty much is the gay version of EDP 445. Saucy Santana is the gay version of EDP 445. Saucy Santana is the gay version of EDP 445. I said what the fuck I said. Let's continue on.
The most important thing that we need to do as a black community is protect the kids.
Yep.
Protect the kids, man. Like seriously, it's not enough people coming out here saying he's canceled. There's not enough people coming out and said, "Hey, man, this is foul." We still have a lot of y'all, and especially y'all black women, coming out to defend somebody who's trying to take your place.
Come on.
It's idiotic. It's stupid. It's a degenerate. He makes us all look bad to other races.
Amen.
This is the reason why y'all don't understand stereotypes. That's crazy how like a lot of y'all are defending this person. Luckily, we have some people, but we still have way more people defending this idiot in our culture, which is crazy.
That you can open your mouth to say kids want to screw you, and you proud of that?
Mm-hmm.
See, these is the people that y'all support. Like, I ain't got no hate, no drama, no nothing with Saucy. But one thing about me, I'm gonna keep it real about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's trifling. And y'all up here, quiet on the green. Quiet on the green. And then some of y'all dummies out there posting scriptures. And his mama should be ashamed of herself when she talking about prayer on the creek. You need deliverance and your son need it. You're nasty. You're trifling. No good. It ain't no comeback for this. Can't nobody make an excuse for him. One thing about the Bible, the word said God will uncover hidden things. And he uncovered just that. Whoever posted it when he was in that pool, somebody, niggas want to screw him, women want to screw kids.
Yep.
Come on, Saucy. Kids. Nigga, you got to be out of your mind. It ain't that much liquor or nothing or no hype in your system can make you even mention that kids want to screw you.
Because it's the truth. That's what he wants. Somebody say that, man. That's what they want. And I hate to say it. I think it might have already happened.
Damn.
Because the confidence he said it with.
You know what?
This cooling comforter will change your
Now
life.
people say there's a bit of truth in every joke.
With my normal comforter, I wake up drenched in sweat. I tried the Evercool and fell in love with it.
Steve already been there, done that. In my
Legend,
opinion,
y'all.
I could be wrong. But what you have to understand is we have to kick these people out of our community. These ignorant black people who think that they are almighty because they make a song that got y'all dancing stupidly, we have to kick them out because it's ignorance. The song is stupid, the message is stupid, the meaning of Quiet on the Creek is stupid, is nasty, and that is a direct reflection of a lot of y'all in our community. And y'all praising this, y'all dancing this, y'all the one that's pumping up this person's head to make them feel like they're invincible to where they can come online and say whatever they want to say because they know you still stupid enough to buy their music. That's what's wrong with y'all. When are black people going to stop being stupid? Just because the beat is you like the beat don't mean you support what the hell this person is about. Where's the morals in the black community? Where is the thought? Where is the common sense from a lot of y'all? Because even though he came out and said that with no apology, no nothing, no remorse, y'all still defending this. Y'all still think that it's cool. He didn't mean it like that. He mean it like this. Nah, he meant it the way that he meant to say it. That's why he said it. And y'all excusing this disgusting behavior. It's crazy.
That makes you a file. You that excited? So to everybody that got on my stuff, talking about that ain't what he meant about Quiet on the Creek. Quiet on the Creek. It's about just being quiet and not running fish away. No, Quiet on the Creek is some DL nasty, trifling, tricking off for gifts, fornicating, committing adultery. It's all of that. And I'm standing on what I said in my other video, just like I'm standing on this one.
As you should.
And anybody that can take up for that nigga, you just as nasty and as trifling as that nigga is.
Love the fact that we have black people coming out and calling out this behavior. We got to be louder. We got to keep talking this and we got to keep pushing this. We can't just let this be a cycle where everybody forgets. No, he needs to be canceled completely. I really feel that the black community needs to divide into two parts because we're tired of being associated with these ignorant, dumb, black
skin folk and not kinfolk.
Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, we'll keep things right, keep going. Tap into the No Filter Morning Show. Link in the show description below. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out. I'm not African American, bro. I'm American. Temporary status shouldn't be 40 years. This is why we can't help single moms. We gotta make snitching great again. If I see a man, he don't take care of his kids, he's a bum. Unsubscribe. I'm still gonna keep going up. My issue is that you are really hard on single mothers. It will always be the woman's fault. Start snitching, y'all. I haven't seen a smart black Democrat. Let's keep it funky. Why was the woman created? It's called the No Filter Morning Show. It's straight like that.
Ciao. No, that's really all I got for y'all. I had to bring on that. The Saucy Santana said that kids want to screw them. Y'all, we got a lot of work to do. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. We can't root for everybody. Black Issa Rae. Okay, that was an insecure thought that you had. Yes, using your own. I'm using your intellectual property against you. And will Coon Icky TV talk about the new Officer Tatum video? Probably not, because it will go against everything that he said. All you gotta do is just lay back, be still, and just let things ride out. I promise you. As a man thinketh, so is he. If you got a problem with people standing up for kids, you got a problem with women being able to have autonomy with their bodies, if you got a problem with men being vulnerable, if you got a problem with people trying to get it right, if you got a problem with progress rising, you got a problem with your motherfucking ass self. It's not negotiable over here. Saucy Santana should be canceled. And Young Miami, you really should interview. What you're going to, that's your best friend, right? He gave you that grocery store interview with a stop at Quick Trip type of energy on your interview. So I'm sure if Carisha Please comes back out for a special episode, it'll be for that. Because outside spin that ish, what else does she have? Not a motherfucking damn thing. You want to be the next Oprah? Young Miami, interview Saucy Santana. You want to be the next Oprah? Interview Saucy Santana. You want to be the next Oprah? Interview Saucy Santana. Now I gotta go for real. Bye, y'all. I can't deal with this shit. Bye, y'all.